Yo, people, welcome back to another Big Six main show. Do not fear, do not cry, do not worry. Turkish will be here very soon. I'm just here standing in as of now. But we do have ourselves, apart from that, a full panel, and we got a lot to get into. Boys, how we doing today? How we doing?
Very well.
Good.
Tired, but well.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, Steve,
All
you're
good.
cooked because you've literally just come back from America, isn't it? So
Yeah, I've not been to sleep for nearly 2 days, man. Missed our flight last night, connection in Toronto, but I blagged it and told the woman that I was getting married today at 5 o'clock in London, and they all felt sorry for me and got me on another flight. Other than that, I was coming back today. So sorry for lying, Canada, but things are, the game's the game.
Yeah, it's a game.
that is one hell of a lie to tell. You just thought it out on the spot.
Yeah, because they'd seen two girls and they were dead happy and friendly, and I thought, right, what pulls on women's heartstrings is a girl being left at the altar. So I thought, I'm on it, and I said, listen, not being funny, getting married tomorrow, you got to get me on a flight. They were like, we got no flight. I said, you got to get me on it. I said, I've paid 30 grand for a wedding. And anyway, next minute, they miraculously came up with a
I found this on the web for 30 grams for.
Oh, you brilliant shit. Oh, man. Story's ruined now.
And and she was like, oh, we can, and all that. And then I thought, shit, I've gone a bit deep here. Started asking me bare shit about weddings and that. And I'm like, yeah. I said, my mother-in-law, she's on me, man. She told me not to go, but I said, nah, it'll be sweet. And she was like, the wedding could be ruined. And then anyway, when they did it, I had to go, oh, you've saved the wedding. I'm going to mention you in the speech and all that. And they're like, yay, buzzing and that. And I was like,
you're a bit lucky with that one, Steve. You're a bit old for weddings now, Steve. You're a lucky man with that
mate,
one.
I'm telling you, mate, I'm never getting married, ever. I don't care if it's a supermodel or anything. I ain't not getting married. You know what I mean? I like my money too much. It's mine.
I hear it.
Fair enough. Well, listen, there's only one place to start, which is England. Obviously, going out of the World Cup. We'll talk on Spain versus France afterwards, but England going out of the World Cup to Argentina. In the last moments, in the last minute, obviously Lautaro Martinez with the winner at the end. A lot of people in the chat expected me to get flamed, to get blammed, to get cooked. But Steve, I'll start with you. As the main England fan here, you have a different opinion or perspective on this, it seems.
I mean, yeah. First of all, I think England did well, to get where they got. I don't think anyone really thought we were going to get there. Do you know what I mean? I understand the fallout of Tommy Tuchel. And listen, I could easily come on here and flame Tuchel and say I called him a fraud years ago. Did he get it wrong? Yes. But did he get a lot of things right in the overall tournament? For me, yes. His substitutions throughout the tournament, I thought, were brilliant, and he got them right. He just got this one wrong, but he was in a catch-22. I was there in the stadium. It was a melting pot. The atmosphere was unbelievable, like anything you've ever seen. England was putting it on the arges a little bit. Physically, the game was 50-50. The tensions were high, and then bang, we get our noses in front. We scored too early, though, because I don't think he knew what to do. So all the England subs were warming up in front of me, and he was warming every one of them up like intensely. Mainu, O'Reilly, I could see his mind ticking. He didn't know what to do for the best. For me, Harry Kane was a passenger. I know he's the captain, but he's a passenger. We had no outlet. No one was holding the ball up front. Every time the ball came out, it was coming straight back at us. And you could see Argentina growing into the game. Pickford saving it, hitting the post, and you're thinking, right, he's going to make the right call here. So the right call he decided to make was defend. On another day, England, Dan Burn, John Stones, we're heading it clear. We win the game 1-0. It's a Tommy Tuchel masterclass. But it didn't work like that. And the one thing why it didn't work like that is Lionel Messi. He's an absolute freak of a player. Every single pass he makes is a killer pass. Every single cross he makes is a fucking killer cross. I'm watching him in the flesh. He's not interested in getting involved in all the game. He knows where he needs to be at the right time. They zip the ball into him. If there's nothing on, it's one touch, back into play. Let somebody else deal with it. Give it me when it's the right time and I'll kill you. And I just looked at it after I come out the game and they're all blaming Tuchel. I'm not blaming Tuchel. England were better first half. We got our noses in front. We're English. Should we have won the game? Yeah, of course we are. That's how we think. When you're up against a player like that, Tuchel didn't know what to do with him. He didn't know what to do with him. And like you say, we sat back and we got cooked. And I wanted to come out the stadium talking about the game and the football and the players, and I did. I didn't want to come out there saying UEFA have done us, dodgy decisions, all that. No. Argentina first half was not good. Second half, they turned the screw on us. He got it wrong tactically, and he made a mistake in the biggest game of the tournament. If he makes that mistake against Mexico or something, we might get away with it. But you're not making it against Argentina in the semi-final with in that stadium. You're not. Them Argies were up another 10% because obviously the politics and everything are behind the rivalry with England. And let me tell you, I've been to some games around the world, and I've never felt venom like that. Even at the breakfast table in the morning in the hotel, there must be 30 Argies in there, and they're saying things under their breath, calling us all sorts of names. There's lads saying "fuck off" and all that. Little skirmishes in the breakfast table, mate. It was coming out the ground
over the croissants and that. Crazy,
mate. They're spitting on the flags. We're all outside the England bar. The Argies have gone past, spit on the flags. England had to jump the fence, chased them. It's all kicked off. I've never seen as many fights in my life. And then I got in the stadium. We must have been outnumbered in the stadium, like 10-1 in the stadium. And then outside the stadium, there was another 20,000 of them watching it on a screen. And then downtown, there must have been another 30,000 of them watching it in a fan zone. So when you come out the ground, they were walking up. It was like walking through. It felt like me and my pal were walking through thousands of them. But like you say, the game itself, I thought Declan Rice was injured for me. I thought he was treading water. He looked like the tournament had caught up with him, the season had caught up with him. He was holding his hamstrings. He was blowing out of his ass. I thought like Rodgers, the little experiment we did with him on the right, on the wing, didn't really work. And then, like you say, you're looking at Harry Kane and you're thinking this game is bypassing him. He's no good in midfield. He's not putting a tackle in. He's just knocking it, but get some legs on. Even Ollie Watkins, even Ivan Toney. I know that sounds mad, but somebody that can hold the ball up and get us up the pitch. I thought the back four did all right. I can't lie. I thought Pickford, saved our ass. I thought the back four actually was pretty solid. Jed Spence, etc. But Spence looked like he's holding on for dear life near the end. Do you know what I mean? The injuries and stuff, but. I think it'd be very easy for me to come and flame him. And, I watched it back in the hotel at the night and I was more frustrated that we sat back. I was thinking, come on, some of the senior players should have gone to the touchline and gone, listen, we can't sit back here. We're getting murdered. Do you know what I mean? But it didn't happen. And like you say, we're out and football's not coming home. And yeah, it's very disappointing, but I'm not going to flame him. If they get rid of him and they bring Pep in, I think everyone would be like, wow, that's what we need. But other than Pep, there's nobody else there. And I think the tournament he's not right. But my criticism is, quick one, before the tournament started, all them warm-up games were shit. His fringe squad would have won them games. He should have experimented, and we should have had the perfect squad going into it. I don't think he did. Jordan Henderson shouldn't have been there. Trevor Chalobah shouldn't have been there. People like that, and I'm thinking you're wasting space, you know what I mean? We don't want cheerleaders and fucking people like that. But other than that, I thought England had a good tournament, and I've got to just say that Lionel Messi is now, Diego Maradona's the best I've ever seen in my life, but this fella's run it close. At 39 years of age, he was just taking the piss, running around that midfield, knocking it between two players, dragging in fouls, and I think there's nothing worse than an Argentinian Messi that's got a bit of fucking fire in his belly from that Falkland shit, because he was a man possessed, man. He was a man possessed, and fair play to him. But yeah, no good.
We got there's a bit of an echo. I don't know who's picking that up.
Echo.
Okay.
It's gone now.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah,
we got to sponsor people before. I'm gonna break it up real quick because I know Saeed's Tuchel out. Yeah, and he's going to get into it. I've got a lot to say. GRIZZ is maybe going to calm this down. But just before we carry on, we are sponsored by Tester Up, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Please do scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Take a bit of that England burn off with a free £5 sign up. And yeah, watch this real quick and we'll be back.
Do you spend loads of time on your phone? If so, what if I told you there was an app you can use to earn money whilst having fun? Well, I've got that app in my hand right now and it's called Tester Up. TestRup lets you earn money by testing apps in a few easy steps. First, sign up. Second, pick an app to test. Third, complete simple tasks like playing a game or answering questions. And that's all there is to it. You don't have to pay anything, it's completely free, and you can choose your own games that you want to test or which surveys you want to answer. Just for example, I've downloaded a game, played it for a few minutes, and I've just earned some money. Everything is super straightforward and the app is super easy to use. To sweeten the deal, anyone who signs up using our link gets a £5 sign up bonus. And again, it's completely free of charge. Registration is quick and easy, and so are payouts. You'll receive a payout within 24 hours via bank transfer, and you can earn up to £80 per app test. And they come highly rated with 4.2 stars on Trustpilot and over 22 million users worldwide. There's constantly new tasks, and you'll definitely find games that you already enjoy playing. So why not leave your feedback and earn some extra money? Download TestRup for free right now and start earning some real money. Scan the QR code right now or use the link in the description or the pinned comment. And don't forget, when you use our link or QR code to download the app, you'll receive a free £5 sign-up bonus.
Big up to TOBS. Love his ad reads. It's my favorite part. Big up to TestRup for sponsoring the show. Like I said, link in the description or QR code there. Steve started this in a very, very respectful, gentle manner, but I can't reciprocate. I know SAEED can't. Because I feel like if I'm to get this cracking, I have been the biggest Tuchel backer and defender in terms of what I've seen at Chelsea and then what he done at Chelsea at the time. And then now that translating over to England. For me, that was a very Southgate management performance from him in terms of the fact that he did not assess the situation correctly. He kind of basically just copied the formula that he did against Mexico, which is a completely different circumstance because we didn't have 10 men and we weren't playing against that level of opposition. We were playing against a much better opposition. And even though the first 45, it wasn't a good game, both teams were cancelling each other out. And I thought at 1-0 up, he would opt to go with a similar type football match where, okay, we're going to have maybe, you know, stoppages of play. We're going to be fouling constantly, but we're also going to make sure we're up the pitch. And I have no idea as to why, with Saka on the bench, Watkins on the bench, Rashford on the bench, I'm not even calling for Kobe Mainoo because I knew he wasn't going to come on. He's not played all tournament. When you've got forwards that have pace and you've got a leggy Harry Kane who was absolutely dog shit in that game. He was awful. Didn't hold up the ball. Didn't bring others into play. His long-range passing was shit as well. Even the goal, his long-range pass is intercepted. It's only because Declan Rice follows it in that we actually managed to get the goal from that. He doesn't press. He was tired. He was done. And I just thought it was plain and simple and obvious for any manager to go and bring on legs and say, we're going to press these guys up the pitch. We're going to make runs in behind. And we're also going to take advantage of the fact that both their centre-backs are on yellow cards. Romero and Lautaro Martinez, not Lautaro, Romero and Martinez are both on yellow cards, and we did not give them anything to think about going the other way. It made no sense. You can't set up a block that deep with half an hour to go with Messi, McAllister, and Enzo. When they want to pass, they can pass. When they want to shoot, they know how to shoot. And the thing is that boggles my mind is we had warnings up until the hydration break. Enzo had a long shot. Alvarez had shots. Pickford made saves. If this had happened out of nowhere, I could understand it. Last 5 minutes, up until that point, we were cool. I could get it. But we had a good 10, 15-minute period of relentless pressure that should have been stopped. And I'm gutted because I feel like England really, really threw that one away. I don't think it's as bad as what some people are making out in comparison to Italy. I think Italy is still worse. And some people are saying, like, going too far and say, oh, Italy wasn't as bad. I was like, no, it definitely was. Because Messi wasn't on the pitch. I agree with you, Steve. When Messi's on the pitch, it's Messi. But my problem is that it was like, how many crosses did Messi have? Like 7? It was just, it was an onslaught, bro. And I'm just, I don't know, man. I think because I rate Tuchel highly, and maybe Steve, because you don't, and you was at the game, maybe that's why you're probably easier on him. It makes sense because you don't actually think that highly of him. Me,
I could have flamed him, but I mean, we've got to look at the rest of the games where we you know, he did make substitutions before we got hurt. This is what baffled me. The fans in the stand were even saying, get Kane off, get Kane off. We don't, you know, you got to be brave to take him off, but come on, man. We were playing with 10 men. It was just not his game. That happens, man. You just take him off. But He didn't. And like you say, we were pinned in our own half waiting for it. We were just waiting for it. Some England fans were singing, there'll be no Messi in New York. And I turned around and I said to him, too soon, mate.
Wow.
He went, what do you mean? I went, too soon, man. Don't sing that because this fucker will kill us. About 10 minutes later, he's looking at me all sheepish. I went, I told you. He went, I know I feel a bit of a dick. I went, well, you are a dick. I said, because these Argies was not messing about near the end there. The fans, we had the fans locked as well. They were quiet because England had scored. Everything was going perfect. It was just out of Tuchel to just manage it, man. But he didn't do it.
Yeah. Word to Claude, man. It's time to go. That's what it is, guys, man. You know what I mean? It's time to go. I feel like for me, I do agree with Steve in the sense of it's not all to blame, Tuchel. I do agree with that sense, but I think a lot of the blame needs to go to him because he dictated how the game went. He did. He dictated because he said, and I think for me, he's a hypocrite because he said about the way that England played last game wasn't good, and he felt like the players weren't playing the front foot. He felt like the players weren't passing the way he wanted to pass. But I felt like for me, he should have set the initiative and said, you know what, I'm taking Kane off. I'm bringing Rashford on. I'm bringing Saka on. I'm bringing, I don't know, someone a bit more further. Do something different to what you're doing right now. And for me, he let Argentina, who I'm sorry, guys, I don't think they're as good as what people are saying. They've just got a freak in Lionel Messi who dictated the game. They're not that great. They struggled in Egypt. When Egypt went at them, they struggled. They struggled against Cabo Verde when Cabo Verde showed a willingness to go forward. They struggled against Switzerland. If it wasn't for the 10 men, I don't see them scoring. And they had to score an absolute wonder goal against Switzerland. So I don't think Argentina are as good as what they say. Added to the point what Matisse said there, Romero and Martinez are a yellow card. Browski, get legs in behind them, and bro, they're gonna catch someone. They're gonna pull someone down because that's what they are. They play with that kind of intensity. So I just feel like for me, Tuchel was scared, and for me, when you look at it as well, Mexico problems. You see it, Steve. We got away with it against Mexico. We got away with it against Norway. Norway had chances. Norway had chances, and we got away with it there. Sorry, don't get away with it against Argentina. When you got Lionel Messi and you're giving him time and time and time, he's gonna hurt you, and that's what he did. The guy was playing at walking pace. Walking pace. I don't think it was the greatest performance.
Yeah. The people saying Messi didn't do anything. He did. He's waiting.
Who's saying he didn't do anything? They're crazy.
No, I've just seen some of the chats was people were saying in the chat he never did anything till the last quarter of the game. And that's exactly what he needed to do. They kept him out of it. And you watch, he just walked around. And when he needed to get involved, it was one touch. The ball came to him, it was one touch.
But you know that we allowed that, though?
No, we shouldn't have.
Steve, we allowed that, though?
Of course we allowed it because I think we set off him a little bit because we thought he's not in the game. Oh, we need some more bodies in midfield because I tell you who was rattling us to death. Simeone was killing us. He was rattling us to death, fouling and that. You know, Enzo was fouling and that. But then Messi's just there. He's a killer. And I said to me, mate, every single pass is a killer. He zips it in fast. And all of a sudden, I'm like, shit. And like you say, that cross for the goal, you know, it was just
he's the best player in the world. And he's the best player in the world. And I don't know what we spoke about it before the tournament started. I'm like, I've never understood, and I still don't understand why people talk about Messi as if he's still not the best. Like, they think that because he's playing MLS, his footballing abilities all of a sudden disappeared because he chose.
Yeah,
he didn't run to a different league. He chose to play in a different league where he could conserve his energy, play when he wants to play. Bro, the guy kills teams. But I think it's a bit of both here in terms of the blame game. I think it's down to the manager and the players. I think if you start with the players, Harry Kane was disgusting, absolutely disgusting. And when we were doing the watch along, I actually thought, you know what, maybe you don't want to take him off because if it goes to penalties, you want someone to. But bruv, he was fucking shit, man. He was so shit, and he was terrible against. He was terrible against Norway as well. Like, there's no defending him for me. There's no defending him for me. Like, he was awful. The manager probably should have been braver and should have taken him off. But I also think it's not even just the attack. Like, England were playing hoofball. Yeah, they were pressing higher up in the first half, but they couldn't keep the ball. Even when Argentina didn't crank, even before Argentina cranked it in the second half, England, it's like they had no desire to actually play football in that game. They didn't. Because I didn't see the midfielders playing the ball through the lines. I didn't see the defenders trying to play out from the back consistently. I didn't see the attackers holding up the ball, bringing others into play. They were terrible. And Saeed, your point on Argentina, they're not that good. We can't keep saying this. We can't keep saying this. Against Egypt, they had about 25, 26 attempts at goal. They had about 6 big chances. They blamed Egypt to oblivion.
But we
can't keep saying they're not that good because they destroyed England in that second half. Like, we're sat here saying 2-1. That should have been.
We allowed them to do that, though.
Yeah,
we allowed them to do that.
Yeah, listen. I think if England had put on players that made Argentina more fearful, then maybe they don't overcommit going forward. Maybe they don't go into the 3-1-6 formation that they played. Maybe they start bringing more players back. You're right. Let Lisandro and Romero defend backwards. Let them run backwards. Let them have something to think about. But in the end of the day, it's not just Messi. Messi is the best player, and he's doing a carry job to a certain extent. But Matisse said it himself. McAllister and Enzo Fernandez, and they ran that game in the second half in the midfield alongside Messi. The ball came on, and he was coming in on the inside right and putting in ridiculous crosses into the box. Like, in the end of the day, they were miles better than England in the second half. And it's not just, Thomas Tuchel, blame him, absolutely. Players blame them. But Argentina, they smashed England. They smashed England. So where we're criticizing England, let's be vicious in our criticism of England and Thomas Tuchel, but let's give Argentina credit as well, because they actually played really, really well.
Get credit, don't get me wrong. They are going to get credit. I think for me, when you put in them sort of that performance they did, but I just can't help but think, guys, like, you bring on a defender, you bring on another defender, you sit back. Of course, Argentina are going to do that. They're going to find moments to win the game. Like, I genuinely just feel like, for me, if Tuchel said, you know what, I'm bringing on Saka, and we're going to put Argentina, get them back a few yards that way, I don't think the game turns out the way it does. I really don't. I think our substitutions were a detriment to England.
Agreed.
They
agree
were.
there.
And they actually added value to Argentina's game. Now, whether that diminishes what Argentina are, okay, it might sound a bit harsh, but I generally feel like, for me, when I look at it, I'm just like, we gave in to that sort of situation where Messi, only does Messi, and I know it says only, but he looks up, sees that Enzo Fernandez is free. Oh, I'll pass to Enzo Fernandez. He gets up, he looks up, Lautaro Martinez is free in the box. He gives the ball. That's Messi for him. That's simple. That's something that I get. We can glaze and we can say, oh, Leo Messi, unbelievable. That's what he does on a normal, regular basis. All he seen was he was free, bang. It wasn't amazing, and I know Messi is one of the greatest.
No. Easy. That
for a player like Messi.
That was amazing. No. What Messi did for that second goal is amazing. He's being closed down by 2 players. He's put the ball on a sixpence on his weaker foot. England have brought on Dan Burn, flipping
Konza,
Konza's still in the box. Gayhe's still in the box. O'Reilly's still in the box. He's sucked 2 players out of the game, and he's putting an inch-perfect cross on his weaker foot. That is quite literally amazing. That's what he does. Come on, man.
But you don't think that he was teeing that up all day?
Of course. The tactic was pull out to the right, pull out to the right. I'm going to suck players in, and I'm either going to play the ball infield for the likes of McAllister or Enzo to force efforts at goal, or I'm going to beat them and try and put some balls into the box. Of course, that's what he was trying to do. And England, unfortunately, didn't have an answer for it. Listen, I'm not disputing your point on the substitutions. The substitutions made a bad moment worse, like a bad period worse. The substitutions were trash. He should have brought on Rashford to begin with. He should have brought on Ollie Watkins, players that were just going to stay up, ready for the counter-attack, and maybe someone in the midfield to help with the transition. Because even when the midfielders were getting the ball, bruv, what was happening? Just hoof. The defense, hoof. Everyone's talking about Rashford and whatnot, but they actually need to receive the ball. They actually need to receive the ball in the break.
There was a player that I wanted in the team, but everyone dismissed him. And
Mainu?
No, Adam Wharton. And a lot of you lot.
He should have gone. He should have gone to the Euro. He should have gone.
No, hold on a minute. But then that wasn't the conversation. When we were having a conversation about Adam Wharton, a lot of the chat and a lot of the community was saying no to Adam Wharton. But now all of a
Then
sudden,
they're crazy.
Adam
They're
Wharton
idiots.
should have brought him. They want some team. We need players like that.
Where's Adam Wharton playing in that midfield of Rice, Anderson, and
Well,
Bellingham?
anyway.
He could
Steve.
have played instead of Anderson. He could have.
Anyway.
He could have. Anderson didn't have a good tournament.
You take Elliot Anderson's energy out of that midfield for Adam Wharton.
No,
You can play them together. You can bring him on.
Bring them together.
Yeah,
Rice.
bring him on.
Steve,
we're talking about players we're bringing on. Is that what you said?
yeah, but Steve, Declan Rice was playing this tournament with a knock. The guy literally said, "I'm in pain."
I get that,
exactly,
but you can't bring an Adam Wharton into a game like that. I'm sorry.
Why? Why can't you? Why can't you? Argentina can bring Diego Simeone's son, who is
they got swallowed up, mate. Adam Wharton's not this player you guys think he is.
But that's the problem, Steve. You can't say that then. You can't say, well, can we keep the ball?
Just hear us out for a second. Just hear us out for a second. Argentina beat England because they played better football than England. What SAEED is suggesting is getting some of England's better ball players. This isn't exclusively Adam Wharton. There are other players like Trent, players who are comfortable with the ball under pressure and have the ability to play with the ball under pressure. Anderson can play the ball, but he can't play as well as Adam Wharton, especially under pressure. Neither can Declan Rice. They have qualities that are much better than Adam Wharton in certain areas, but this specific aspect, getting on the ball under pressure, not many England central midfielders can do that. So I don't really understand the point on, but the magnitude is just, in the end of the day, we're talking about the profile, the player profile. And that's what's cost him. You're saying about he's bringing players off the bench. He's pigeonholing himself by choosing a mix of players that are all similar. He's not taking anyone who can do something different. That's his problem. Who told him not to take Trent? Who told him not to take Wharton?
People can't get onto Elliot Anderson for that game because Elliot Anderson was one of the only ones out in that game.
It's not about getting onto Elliot Anderson. The point of the matter is when the game was cranked up a level and Argentina were playing football, getting the ball, Elliot Anderson and Rice, they couldn't compete. They couldn't.
Yeah, but you're bringing on lesser players like Adam Wharton and Kobe fucking Mainu.
It's not about lesser players.
Ain't gonna work, let me tell you.
It's not about lesser players.
Kobe Mainu's biggest fucking fault. Kobe Mainu's biggest fault that he's got is when a game goes up another notch to a fast pace, Kobe Mainu is left behind. He is. You're just trying to shit. Listen, there's a reason Kobe Mainu didn't get 1 minute in the tournament.
It's a myth.
But no one's
problem. That's a problem.
It's not a myth, mate. There's a reason Ruben Amorim did.
But this isn't an Anderson.
We've just said
this isn't an Anderson thing because we've just said Kane was terrible. You could have brought on a different striker.
Terrible.
He was terrible. He should have been substituted. You could have brought on a different striker in Kane. You could have played a different fullback. You could have done a multitude of things.
The problem wasn't the midfield. The problem was the midfield had nowhere to go. They had nowhere to go. So if you get
the problem was the attack, the midfield, and the defense. It's not just one.
Yeah, it was a combination.
Jude Bellingham was too deep. Jude Bellingham was too deep. Wouldn't break the lines to make them runs because he was scared to leave the midfield exposed. Kane was floating around doing nothing. Yeah, Gordon was our only outlet at one point. Gordon was coming off 5 minutes before he scored. By the way. You know, Rashford was stripped and ready to go. He had to put his shirt back on. So, for me, you can criticise all you want, but at the end of the day, at that game, that intensity of a match, we didn't have anything, really, that could have changed that midfield. We just needed some outlet for us to get ourselves up the pitch.
It's not just about the outlet, though. We're talking about, we've agreed, they should have had at least one, if not two outlets. But then it would have been better served for England to have midfielders who have the bravery to play the ball into the outlets when they're under intense pressure. Argentina were playing with 3-1-6. They had so many bodies in England's half. Having someone who's got the bravery to receive it when a player's on his back and play a ball over the top. How are you
playing the ball? Who playing the ball over the top to? Kane? Too deep.
No, Rashford.
We just agreed that he should have been substituted. We just agreed that he should have been substituted.
We should have brought Rashford on and brought Adam Wharton, and that would have been the.
We said Rashford. You said Rashford, Watkins, or Tony. I said I agree. At least two of those players should have come on.
Right,
but you also need a midfielder to find those players.
We're not arguing about that. But saying that Adam Wharton and a Kobe Mainu would have changed that game for me, I don't think.
Yeah, because
it's not about changing the game. Actually, go on.
But hold on a minute. I think for me, the problem was they kept recycling the ball. England recycling the ball. England kept going back and back and back. Now, if you've got players who keep the ball right, we're just going to hold on for it for 5-10 minutes. You don't think that helps England, Steve? Yes or no? For 5-10 minutes, we got the ball, we hold on to it, and then we allow our team to push up the pitch. That helps England massively. And that's what Adam Wharton and May have done. They've done it in the past. They've shown to do it. And they can play. And Wharton can play the ball forward.
So I expect the next midfield to be Adam Wharton, Kobe Mainoo, Jude Bellingham, yeah?
No one's even
No, but nobody said that. I'm saying for that exact
I think you're definitely getting a tad emotional here because
I'm not getting emotional. I think you are. It's not about changing the game.
Yeah, but Steve, we're talking about ways in which
the game needed changing because we were fucking struggling in our own half. So it is about changing the game. But what I'm saying is, if we'd have made the change up front, the midfield would have been fine because we had hold of the ball, but we had nowhere to go. So
when did England have a hold of the ball? When did England have a hold of the ball? They just kept hoofing it.
No.
Literally kept clearing it into Rose Ed.
Right. Okay.
When
Let
did
me
they
hear
have
what.
control of the ball in the second
Let's
half?
bring in Grizz because Grizz. I want to hear what Grizz's take is on this. Because
I listen to everyone's take, and when Toby doesn't speak about Liverpool, I think his analysis is spot on. I was nodding away in agreement. Nodding away in agreement with most of what he said. Look, ultimately, if you're going to, there's a couple of things to address very, very quickly. I'm not going to repeat everything because Toby said pretty much what I wanted to say, right? He took the limelight. But ultimately, if you're going to have this attitude of every tournament, just sack the manager if he doesn't win it or get to the final, you're not going to get anywhere. He was headhunted for a specific purpose. He was given a long contract in the middle of his contract, wasn't it, guys? He's extended.
Yeah.
I don't think you change the manager after this tournament. Like Steve says, he was pretty much 5 minutes away from everyone claiming a masterclass again. Like the previous games where it was claimed he was a masterclass. The truth is somewhere in the middle. Neither was it a masterclass beforehand, because none of those performances were masterclasses. And neither is it a disaster class to lose to Argentina and this guy, because it is this guy. Toby's absolutely spot on. It's not only Messi because the rest of them played brilliantly. Argentina, what did we talk about before the game, guys? Do you remember we were talking about Argentina have got the know-how gene? The know-how. They just know how to get things over the line. And that's what they've done. They started off shit in this tournament and they've grown into it. It's got to a point now where people don't even know if they might win. Like Spain are favorites, France would have been favorites. But we'll come on to the Spain game in a little while. I just want to speak about two performances, and one in the other game, one in this game. And I'm glad Steve was there to witness this, guys. Because I saw a video and I posted it on my Twitter. It's been taken down now, so but someone else find it. And it's got about 20,000 likes. And the reason why is because I was astounded and astonished. Guys, go and check that video out of his every single touch. Every single Messi's touch from when they went behind. If that doesn't tell you what this guy is, you will never understand football. I'm sorry if people are not understanding what Messi done in that game. If people think he didn't do much or he could have been stopped, whatever, do you not think every mother has tried to stop him for the last God knows how many years? Every coach, every player, tactical plan after tactical plan to stop this freak. Sometimes it's out of the coach's control. Tuchel did make wrong subs. I agree, guys. I agree. Tuchel could have made better subs, but the margins are so fine at this fucking level. It's insane. And sometimes it's a genius or a freak that can change the margins of error in your favor. And that's what this guy done at the age of 40. So Tuchel made mistakes. But if we're going down this route of just sacking, rotating the manager, no manager, Eddie Howe, I don't know, whoever you want to mention, would have done anything different. They would have retreated because that's the way it is. Tensions are running high. You got 1-0 lead. You try to hang on. I get it. You want to be front-footed. He spoke about it. But sometimes the atmosphere, the occasion, the aura of Messi, sometimes you automatically retreat. Players subconsciously retreat 5-10 yards. It's so brave and easy after hindsight to say, push up, bring on Saka, bring on Rashford. Imagine they got murdered on the break. He would have been equally be culpable. He did make mistakes. But there's no I just think it's a trigger happy. Either we're the best in the world, he's the tactical master, or he's a disaster. Sack him now. There has to be.
I don't think he should be.
The top 4 teams.
No.
The top 4 teams reach the semi-finals. Where are Man United? Where are England in that top 4? 4th, I believe. Are they 4th in those rankings?
I'm not sure in the world. I'm not actually sure in the world
Not
rankings,
sure.
but yeah, they are the top 4.
I think they may be. I think they
don't
may
know
be.
about this.
But do you know? Sorry, go on.
Very quickly, the top 4 reached the semi-finals. After that, we've seen everyone anticipated France to beat Spain, and pretty much everyone anticipated England to beat Argentina. It was fine margins. Argentina deserved to win. Sometimes you just have to say, you know what? Even with that 1-goal lead, Argentina were dominant in that second half. And to top it off, it was that guy. That guy again. He's a genius.
This is what I disagree with SAEED, is sacking Tuchel, because I feel like people are just saying this just because they never really wanted him in the job in the first place. And this is their opportunity to now say, oh, let's sack him. Now, I've said I believe he has to win the Euros, because now you've had your fuck up, right?
And that's
and it's a massive one. The Euros at home, it's in England. There's no excuse. You have to win that, because you do have to get this team over the line. And that's why you're appointed to be the difference maker, not Southgate. When you're saying sack him, everybody's saying, "Oh, just get Pep." Yeah, just go and get the GOAT manager. Hold on, exactly right. So, but of course, the GOAT, the greatest manager of all time, is the solution to England's problems. Like, let's be more creative. Like, wow, what analysis that is. Now, if we get rid of the GOAT, is it Eddie Howe? Is it Frank Lampard? Is it who is the person that everybody is now clamoring for to be in the England dugout? Because
maybe it's a person he expects. Maybe it's a person who knew.
We say Michael Carrick in 12 months.
We have to get over the line. So let's be honest, yeah. England fans are not going to be happy with someone we wouldn't expect. We need
who
to
cares
get
what
over the
England
line.
fans want?
No, but we're talking about England fans right now, because they're the ones calling for the sacking. FA have made their decision.
Saeed's calling it for it as well. He's an England fan.
We need to. That's what I was going to ask Saeed who the options are, because we need to win, right? So we can't just get any old person. Okay. We need to get someone who guarantees they're going to win the Euros. So who is it? It's Saeed. Who is it?
Okay. Did you know the Spain manager before he became?
I didn't.
Manager?
But this is my other caveat. Southgate was that guy, right? He was the English up and coming through the youth system, blended in. Do you want Lee Carsley? So again, don't tell me what other nations are doing. Tell me who you want.
First and foremost, we're not qualified. Hold on a minute. First of all, we're not here to qualified to find out the role. That's the FA's job, to find out their candidate. But at the same time, we should just keep a manager because there's no options out there. I hate that rule, that notion that you should keep a manager like a Tuchel, who for me, you can like it all you want, yeah, but he failed in that moment. It was a sackable offense for me, what he did in that semi-final. So I don't think he should be given a chance in the Euro 20. That's my opinion. I do think there are managers out there, and sometimes it isn't the name you guys want that might bring it home. It might not be. It might be someone who's got a bit more different about him. Like maybe, I don't know, people said that Lee Carsley was a manager that they thought tactically could be someone that could be out there. So there is a name out there. It's might not be the name that you like.
Can I just say this? And it's probably going to go in support of Saeed's message. So I don't think Tuchel should be sacked. I think they need to see it out and see what he can do at the Euros. But then playing devil's advocate on the point around the World Cup GRIZZ, I know you mentioned that maybe it was the moment, Messi cooking, and maybe he just buckled. But I think that's the difference between that's meant to be the difference between a Southgate and a Thomas Tuchel. Like the whole point of getting a one of the elite managers in world football right now, Thomas Tuchel, is that he's the one that's meant to make the big decisions, the big calls when the pressure's on.
Two things look, and we often say this, and it's true. Two things can be true at the same time. I agree that he was brought in to make that difference, but I disagree that that's a sackable offense. Because if you're basing that, if that's your level of a sackable offense, there's going to be a lot of sackings.
I'm not saying it is a sackable.
There's going to be a lot of sackings. If we're saying if a manager makes a mistake at the crucial time and he doesn't make the right subs, sack him. Does football work?
I think there were warning signs, though. I think there were warning signs before this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. No, but the thing is, though, it's not just that. There was warning signs before that game, though, in the way that he was just bringing on defenders to kind of shore the game up. I think that's the wrong mentality to have. I'm sorry, but going 5 at the back here when we're kind of 3-2, and is that the right thing to do? I think he kept doing that, and surely, sooner or later, something crazy will happen like that.
When you're there, it's very difficult. And we've seen so many football games, man. We all watch game after game after game, apart from Toby. He don't watch much football. But we all watched loads of football, yeah? Right? And we've seen how many times have we seen teams where they take a lead and they defend subconsciously, they drop 10, 20 yards. Good teams, man. We're talking good teams. Only the elite of elite, Man City at their peak, Liverpool probably under Klopp at their peak, don't retreat. Most teams retreat. It's natural. England aren't an elite team. England aren't an elite nation.
No, I don't like this, man. Man. You can't gas up the Premier League, gas up these players.
You can't gas up England to a level that they're just not at.
I don't like this, man. No, this is
the truth.
We're not saying this before. We weren't saying this before. We were happy. We were buzzing.
It's the truth. Argentina were the better team. Simple.
They were the better team. And the thing is, Argentina pushed England back. They did. But it's the fact that Tuchel dumbed down. Like he compounded the effect that Argentina were having in that game with his substitutions. He made a bad situation worse. Like the team are pushing you back. So what do? Instead of giving them something that pushes them back, maybe that makes them think, oh, he's bringing on player 1 and player 2. Oh, rah. Player 1 and player 2. I might need to rethink how I'm approaching this game to deal with player 1 and player 2. It wasn't that at all. It was, no, we can keep doing what we're doing. If anything, we can commit more bodies forward because they're surrendering even more.
They took off Tagliafico and brought on Lautaro Martinez. That doesn't happen if England bring on Saka or bring on Madueke.
Yeah.
But the point you just made, Saeed, 2 things, right? Obviously, the Premier League is the best league for whatever reason. There's a lot of foreign talent in the Prem. So it's not just down to English talent. Second of all, it's not down to English managers because there's not been an English Premier League winner at all. So when people are saying, oh, the World Cup winners, their managers are all from their nationality, what are English managers winning on any level for us to be sitting and saying that English managers are the solution to winning? So this is why I don't like that argument, because people will say, oh, Spain win with a Spanish manager, Argentina with an Argentine. English managers don't win anything. They have never won anything. They haven't. I
don't think this squad is rubbish, though. I don't think this squad
I'm not saying it's rubbish. But what I'm saying is, and I'm not alleviating Tuchel of any blame because I think Tuchel should have done a hell of a lot better. But there's a systemic issue in England with how we approach football. Point in case, when Chelsea bring in a tiki-taka, systematic type manager, first thing happens at Stamford Bridge, they start booing because you're playing out from the back, goalkeeper's going short. And if you are trying to play out from the back and trying to take risks, most of the time, English fans don't like it. They say, go long, into him, go long.
Yeah.
Get stuck in. This is the type of lingo and language that we have. That's embedded in English culture, in English football. It's facts. So when put in a position of stress, right? When put in a position of high stress, the default setting for England and everybody attached to England, even a manager who should know better, who comes in to manage England, is to start kicking long, is to start heading it away. Bro. What did everybody love against Mexico? Dan Burn comes on, boom. What did we see? Memes. Dan Burn, how far can he head it away? Like, this is the shit that is glorified and that is encouraged. And it's not an excuse for Tuchel. So don't say that, chat. But when you talk about the other nations, that's not their default. Their default is to play football. So as much as we can talk about the coach is absolutely the problem. England and the Premier League, how many times we say Brazilians, they get ruined when they come to the Premier League. No good Brazilian ever comes to the Premier League. Brazilians thrive in Spain, they thrive in France, they thrive in Italy, Ronaldinho. None of the talented South American players, before they got Europeanized, and now we cuss off Brazil, we cuss off Argentina, they can't play football, they ain't got skill, they ain't got panache. Who takes the panache out of these teams? Who's got the money to go to the South American clubs at the lowest level and take their talent and put it over here? We are the ones doing it. We are the ones doing it. When was the last time we brought a generational baller to the stage? A Messi, a Yamal. We don't do that. So it's also our problem to fix. So as much as we say Tuchel, it's not just Tuchel. It's also how we view football and how a lot of these players view football. When Lee Carsley had Angel Gomez from Man United in that under-21 team cooking, as soon as he came to the England team for a call-out, everybody's like, what the hell is this guy doing here? He's too small. Is that true or not, Saeed?
Yep,
it's true.
Say that again. Yep.
It is true.
Yep.
It is true. It is true. There's too much emphasis on names for England. Names. Oh, bro. De La Fuente, Pedri is Spain's second best midfielder. He has not started the last 2 games. Fabian Ruiz has come into the team because Fabian Ruiz is playing well and is giving the team what they need at that point in time. There's no ego, right? What do we need to win the game of football? We're going to kill this team playing football. That's what's most important. With England is,
they left the 2 best football players at home. Cole Palmer and Phil Foden. They left the 2 best players at home.
That's Tuchel's decision.
And you know what his decision it was? You know his decision it was? All the fans that turned around and said they haven't had a good season, no, you can't take him. And all the press that said you can't take him. And do you know what? He fell for it.
I think you're mixing.
Take him. But he took Noni Madueke. Yeah, that did fuck all season. He took fucking Kobe Mainu, who did fuck all season. Yeah, he took fucking Henderson. Come on, yeah, listen, you're just the Kobe Mainu fucking sexual.
It's not just about Mike. It's not about Mainu. Because when we
every time I try and speak, you chip in with bullshit about Kobe Mainu.
No, you're not being objective though. Be objective though, man. Be objective.
Listen, so far in this conversation, you've mentioned Kobe Mainu, Adam Wharton, and Lee Carsley. Lee Carsley's fucking Irish, by the way. You know that, don't you? So he's never
Tuchel's German.
He's never getting the England job. He's never getting the England job. Lee Carsley's not done anything apart from managing an under-21 team. So how are you giving him the England job? Are you mad?
Yeah, but Steve,
the thing is I didn't say I would want him as a manager. I'm saying that's what England shows us. First and foremost, this is where the problem is, by the way. Turning our nose down to hold on. Our problem is we're turning our nose down to 2 technicians, by the way, in Kobe Mainu and Adam Wharton. That's where the problem is. That's the problem is.
Take your Phil Foden, take Palmer. Don't matter if they've had a bad club season. Take them, because there's a lot of players in that World Cup that haven't had a good club season. A lot of them, but they're there for the national team. They turn up. And at the end of the day, if you want us to play football and hold the ball and attack and play through the lines and do things like that, get Palmer and Foden in the team. Don't play a midfield with Anderson.
Foden's had his time, though. Foden's had his time.
Can I ask a
question? Guys,
can we talk about Foden? Has he performed in England? Has he performed in England?
Can I ask a question? No, you did.
Put me on mute. Put me on mute. Put me on mute.
You did just speak there, though.
Can we talk about Foden?
Steve.
I just want to ask you a question.
I know it's been long. It's been a long travel. I'm going to allow Steve to
No, you have to remember, Steve ain't slept in 36 hours. He's fuming.
The Phil Foden
yeah, he's not slept. He's not slept.
The Phil Foden one is ridiculous because on top of the fact that he had a poor season, he doesn't play well for England. He literally does not play well for England. Cole Palmer, we all said it. Matisse, we spoke. I said Palmer.
Yeah,
if it's me, I'm taking Palmer. I don't give a shit if he's had a bad season. I'm taking Palmer. You take Palmers, you take your Trents, you take your Whartons, you take players who are technically capable beyond the players that are in the squad right now. So how can you say the same thing for? And in fact, I know how. You're going to say because they've won trophies, right? You're going to say because they won trophies, but you're still along the same line of thinking as we are, which is technical player, more technical than the player in the squad, can do something that the player that has been chosen can't do. He should have been taken. So why can you apply that logic for the players who have won stuff, but you can't apply that logic for the players who haven't won stuff? Come on, man. It's the same thing. It's just different scales, whether you rate this player here or this player here. It's the same logic.
Yeah. And also, Eze's had a stinker this tournament, by the way. Eze, I don't know if people are talking about him. Gibbs White, I mentioned him to be in this tournament. Gibbs White. That's another thing, by the way.
He should have gone. He should have gone.
Tuchel gives Harry Maguire as well. For me, them corners coming in. Are you mad? Maguire's heading them out for fun. So there's a lot of things that Tuchel himself made a lot of mistakes, and they're glaring mistakes. And I'm sorry, at the highest level, you're going to get found out. If we think the World Cup's the highest level, Grizz, if you think the World Cup's the highest level in football, I'm sorry, you're going to have the high-level stakes. And high-level stake means if you fail that high level, you're going to get sacked. Simple.
Which manager, which coach, in your opinion, because it's all opinions, I could be wrong, you could be right, I could be right, you could be wrong, etc., etc. Which opinion, your high-level coach right there and then makes the decisions that enable England to win this World Cup. Because according to me, the way I look at it, let me quickly finish. England were the 4th ranked team in the world, and they're probably going to finish 4th. They might even finish 3rd if they beat France with the reserve teams, right? That's about par, that's about standard, yeah? There's absolutely, I don't think there should be a massive, massive disaster analysis about England in this World Cup when they've been knocked out literally in the last kick of the game by a freak, literally. The coach made mistakes. Every coach makes mistakes. The coach made bad subs. Every coach made something. But as I said, I'll just repeat. If we're going to base a sacking of a top coach, and we all agree, except Steve probably, that Tuchel is a top coach. If we all agree Tuchel's a top coach, but he made errors and he needs to get sacked because he didn't make the right subs, in my opinion, that's not the best way forward.
SAEED doesn't think he's a top coach.
Which coach makes the difference? In your opinion,
doesn't think he's a top coach.
Do you think Eddie Howe makes the difference in there? Or Michael Carrick makes the difference? Have you seen your club? Have you seen your club retreat backwards and you be having a fit with Michael Carrick? You take the lead and you think, why? How many last minute goals have
SAEED, who would you bring in? Who would you bring in?
I mean, he hasn't. The thing is, though, I don't get GRIZZ here. Like, is he in blame on the England team?
No, I'm in the middle. I'm saying I blame Tuchel for making mistakes, but I totally disagree that he should be sacked. That's what I'm saying.
So you're on the fence. You're on the fence. You're on the fence.
That's not the fence. I don't think he should be sacked. That's not the fence, is it?
I think you guys have taken it too far.
Just because you want him sacked doesn't mean that you've
a lot of people online have taken it too far because of the pent-up frustration of England not winning and making the tournament, forgetting that this is still his first tournament. Now, like I said, there's no excuses going into Euros in my opinion, but to sack someone after their first tournament because of one half an hour of disaster class from him tactically, I don't think that makes any sense. Because who are you bringing in? And when I ask who you bringing in, none of you have answers.
That's not
none of you.
Job, though.
And again, see, this is how you run away. This is a cop out.
You know what?
It's not my job.
Pep Guardiola will not take this England job. Do you know why? Because there's absolute fucking dickheads in that chat saying we should be playing Kobe Mainoo, Wharton, and Harry fucking Maguire. That is the exact reason Pep Guardiola will not go anywhere near this England job.
No, it's not about just playing them now,
it is, because the fucking level of fucking shit that's coming out of your mouth is from the fucking gutter. Concentrate on your nation, Somalia, who are still growing potatoes on the pitch before you're talking about
what's Somalia do with it, man?
You know what I mean?
What's Somalia do with this?
Talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Adam Wharton, fucking Adam Wharton, the saviour of football. He didn't get anywhere near it, and he's still not going to get anywhere near it.
I can't believe it. The disrespect on Adam Wharton's name. I really can't. I cannot believe the disrespect on Adam Wharton's name. And that's where, for me, you said GRIZZ, Matisse, you talked about the actual problems for England right there. That lies the biggest problem. You said about English coaches and this, that, the other. There lies the problem. One of England's gifted footballers in England right now is getting shot on live on the Big Six. It's a disgracia. It's an absolute disgracia. He is one of the most gifted footballers we have in England. I'm telling you right now. And that is a disgracia.
Is he better than Foden? Is he better than Palmer?
Steve, not Steve, Toby, we got an Ornstein bomber relating to Spurs.
I've seen it. No
it's
problem.
Not a bomber, man.
We need a live reaction from Toby.
By the way, hold on. Before you go,
let's finish the England section and we'll talk.
No. Before you go, yeah. Me and Steve, yeah, we always diss each other. Don't worry, it's not personal. It's Somalia. You know what I mean? He loves Somalia.
Me and SAEED have been having banter about potatoes on Somalia.
It's
for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So the fact that this chat is absolutely hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, man. It's all love.
Because this has been said many times.
Come on.
People are just fucked.
When it comes to Wharton's SAEED, I feel like you are overdoing it just a bit. He has flaws in his game. He is not a complete midfielder, and I hate to be the back in my day person, but you used to have to do a hell of a lot more at a mid-table club before you get spoken about in this realm that you're speaking of him in. Like, we know he can pass, yes. We know he can find people between the lines. But you're talking like he ain't gonna come in here and have his own frailties and his own issues that he's gonna bring into the team from other perspectives in terms of goal scoring, in terms of defensively, in terms of positioning. Like, he's not elite. He's not elite.
But in this instant, I'm backing SAEED because
But in the
Yes.
squad, I
In the
get you
squad.
over Henderson. Yes,
He should be in this bloody
squad.
squad.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
should be in the
Yeah.
squad. I can't
When
believe
you-
we're having this debate. He should be in the
So
squad.
I'm backing him. Look, I don't know where I rank him in terms of eliteness or whatever, because I think he has the potential. Because I
Shout
think he has
out
the
Turkish.
potential. He has the potential to be great. Like, this guy is on the up. He should definitely be in the squad for sure. And then it's up to if the manager rates him enough and has the confidence that he
Yeah,
can
it's the
change
option,
it.
it's the option.
In my
It's the option.
opinion, Pep. In my opinion, and we guess we'll never find out. We might find out. Pep plays Walton. In my opinion, Pep plays Walton.
Maybe.
No, he'd
listen,
have Cole Palmer in there and Phil Foden ahead of him, or Gibbs
Yeah.
White, or he'd Foden. I don't think Walton gets near it. Walton's got to do a hell of a lot more for Crystal Palace.
Guys.
Because why is nobody going after Adam Walton this summer? Because he's a definite lack of
I think the
midfield
price
in
tag-
the
the price tag,
Premier
I
League.
think.
Why is nobody going after him this summer? Why is no one making him number one? Do you know what I mean? There's a
I think it
reason.
might be the price tag. I've got another problem for England as well, by the way. Who's the player that's going to come after Harry Kane? Because I'm not going to lie to you, I don't want to see Harry Kane in the Euro 2028, by the way.
Exactly.
Big problem.
Who's the next striker after Harry Kane? Because that for me is a big issue right there. Yeah, I mean, it was meant to be Dilap, you feel me? Or of that ilk, or of that kind of, you know, back a couple of years ago, people were saying, would it be Dilap or whatnot? Who is it?
Jaden Dam.
Listen, you and Rant said it was Delap, so I want to hear some Delap
No,
propaganda.
but that was 2 years ago.
That bum
That was 2
is
years
at
ago.
my club stinking up the place, elbowing
Yeah, I know.
Spence in his jaw, so he has to wear some fancy gear when he should be at your club stinking up the gaff. Seeing as you two were co-signing him so hard.
But 2
After
years ago,
one
2
season
years
at
ago.
Ipswich doing 12 goals. No. One season at Ipswich doing 12 goals. I'm not going to compare it to what you're doing with Palace and our dear boy Adam, but you're doing a similar thing, brother. These guys have not played at the top level. You know, it changes when you play at the top level. The stakes change.
That's asking you. Who is it? Give me a
You have nothing.
Is it your guy? Is it your guy at the under 18, the brother? What's his name?
Mweka.
What's that? Yeah, Mweka. Is it Dan's? Is it Tottenham? Who you got? Anyone that you
Scarlett?
You know what I
Where's
mean?
Scarlett at? Where's that Scarlett?
Yeah, Scarlett. You know what I mean? Steve, what about your striker under 18s, man? That scored against United. Is he good? You know, so bro, this is a conversation. We might have to play a false line, you know.
Hold on, have you not got a
Dominic,
kid as well that you got from Arsenal?
step up,
Who's that?
step
Who's
up,
that?
Dominic
Chibu?
Solanke.
Who's that brother? Who's that brother at Man United?
Cheeto.
You signed from? Yeah, Cheeto. Who's that?
Yeah, he's Danish, bro. He's Danish.
Ah, you're lucky.
He's
Stand
Danish,
up.
bro.
Dominic Solanke, stand up.
I think we got a big problem. I think we got a big problem.
Massive problem.
Bro.
Honestly, it's literally Eddie Nketiah.
He's Ghanaian, isn't he?
Oh, he's Ghanaian as well. That's
You might
it.
need to put one of the tens or
With his
wingers
rumors,
Wow.
with his,
through the middle. Do a
the
false
streets-
nine thing.
yeah, the streets.
Because
Wow.
that's what Spain are doing with Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal not
the
an
street-
out and out
The
nine.
streets are suggesting Gordon could do that role moving forward.
You know, forget it.
But he can't play if he's back to goal. That's the problem.
Everyone turn your camera off.
State of
can't-
English football now. State of English football has gone.
No, but it's true though, Steve. He can't. I agree he can't, but I'm just saying that's like it's the options are limited, bro.
You know what? I don't know why we've been like kind of talking about midfield. I think we'll always produce midfielders. I think that area there is kind of blessed. But the striker, I think the wingers you've got Dalman coming through, Rio, JJ Gabriel. There's a lot of youngsters coming through right now in World. But the striker, do English like is it popular to be a striker now in the academy? do players want to be wingers now? Like I don't know,
I
you know,
think
but
it
it's a
is.
bit of a problem.
There's no
It's a
one
bit of a
standing
problem,
out anywhere.
Crazy, man.
There isn't. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Kane will do Euros, and then after that, I think it's a stretch. But he needs to start being able to play a lesser part, and someone else needs to be coming in.
I
and
don't think Kane can
finishing
do the
games.
Euros, me.
Finishing
I don't
games.
think he should do it. I think we should clear the decks out and start producing, but using this Euros, getting the new blood in. We need to do it. It's got a time when we can do it. John Stones, Dan Burn, all them players gone. Get rid of them all. Start bringing in that Rio kid should have gone for me as well. Can you imagine throwing him on late on in the game and just saying, "Go for it, get up the pitch, get us up the pitch." He's got no fear, the kid, but we don't. We just seem to be. We seem to pick the team that the press tell him to pick.
Yeah. Do you? I'm not gonna lie to you. I know it's a bit harsh here, but do you think the centre backs as well weren't strong enough towards the end of the competition, or do you blame that on Tuchel playing too defensive? Like, you know, do you think the centre backs are not aggressive enough? Do you think Gahey and Konza, as good as they are, do you think they're aggressive? You see Lisandro Romero aggressive. Do you think they're not aggressive enough, like, to kind of push out and get the ball and say, right, get out of my way?
Do you know what? You know, we talk about the energy and the aggressiveness and everything. We have to, and we saw it with our own very eyes, how many of that England squad were tired and burnt out on their feet.
Yeah,
this league is mad. Saka, Rice, you could see it, guys. They were literally dead on their feet, man. And a lot of others as well. Even Gay's played so much football. These guys have played so much football this season. Whereas, and I'll start with my own boy. I'll tell you what, instead of, if people think I'm being biased with it, I'll start with my own boy. You lot know how much I cussed McAllister all season.
He was fresh.
How fresh was he, SAEED?
Yeah.
He looked
he's run more. He's run more now than he's run all of Liverpool.
Romero for Spurs,
that was mad.
cussing him every week. He was a possessed man out there. Look at the other nations. Their players were, it was like almost they're playing for their nation means the end all and be all. Whereas our club managers rinsed our players to the max. They look dead on their feet, guys. We have to admit it. Harry Kane looked dead on his feet. They've had such a long, hard season. Whereas it seems like all these other nations, they stayed. They had one target in mind. Messi spoke about it. McAllister spoke about it. Alisson for Brazil, Liverpool spoke about it. He said, my target, World Cup. I thought, rest up, get ready for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Enzo, look how Enzo for Chelsea. Look at Enzo for okay, Enzo had a decent season, but look at for Argentina. Look at these guys. Rodrigo de Paul wasn't the same from Atletico Madrid. Yeah, he came in man-possessed again. Lisandro Martinez, what did he do for United? Man-possessed for Argentina. So
it's almost like it's a Premier League problem, Grizz, where the Premier League it's too difficult. It comes to our detriment, not only in the Champions League but also in the international tournaments. Maybe because, like you said, the players are a lot of them carrying injuries and whatnot. A lot of the other nations have obviously spread out their players a lot more across the top 5 leagues.
That's where I'm a little bit. That's where the caveat for the coach is a bit. You know, there's a caveat for coach because, like, what can he do with those dead players? They, like, when I mean dead, I don't mean not good. I mean, like, fitness-wise, they're dead. You try to tell me Rice and Anderson were 100% in that game?
I think Anderson was good, but Rice was
Anderson
definitely
was brilliant. But Anderson was like, so many times I saw him holding his groin, limping a little bit.
Yeah,
they were like, you could tell they were going through hell. So
Declan Rice walked past us.
Finish, Steve. Finish.
In the stadium at the front, and he was absolutely fucked.
Finish, Steve.
He's gone. He's limping.
No, but that's in the final, Steve. That's in the final. He was like that from the group stages.
Yeah. But do you not think Tuchel knew that, though? Do you think Tuchel knew that?
What can he do about it, though, Steve?
I think as well, the games that we had, Norway and Mexico, they went that deep. Say if we'd have been beating Mexico 3-0, I think you'd have seen Kobe Mainoo and people come on and Tony and that to give people a rest. Because the games were that tight, we couldn't change it. It was only little changes, so we were fucked. We were fucked. And like you say, Saka definitely wasn't fit because they were warming him up in front of us. And he didn't look like he was.
You know what I mean? That's big concerns, man. Saka. 100%. If he can't play like he play half an hour here and there, and he can't play another game, that's a concern in itself, to be honest with you. So, yeah, the conditioning maybe of the squad is at all-time low.
But that's why you can't have any dead spots like Chalobah, Henderson, any guys that aren't going to be contributing with the fitness issues. Everybody needs to play their part.
That was the mistake.
He almost got it because, but some of them weren't relevant enough.
I can't believe that's sackable. That's sackable, guys. Come on, Henderson, bring in Henderson.
You really want him sacked, innit? With no solution. You keep banging on this door for the sack.
Matisse, because I've been listening on the way back. Yeah, he was meant to be the solution. So now saying sack him without a solution, the solution to Southgate was meant to be Tuchel. And he's gone and done what Southgate did. Now, if you look at the whole tournament, England have been far from great. Since he's come in, he hasn't found his own formula. So when push come to shove, this is what you saw against Argentina, and that's his fault. Foden hasn't.
Is that squad World Cup winning squad? Turkish, be real.
It could have been
be honest now. Be honest now. Forget the.
They can't say this now, man.
Why not? Why not?
It's easy to say this now, but we were literally.
Look at, is that squad a World Cup winning squad? Should Tuchel?
Yes.
Should be privileged, or should what's the word? What's the word?
You know what?
Out here.
Chris, football's changed so much that I can't say no.
That's like about the 4th best squad in my opinion, and they're going to finish 4th or 3rd.
But at the same time, Tuchel's job was to come in and not only build on what Southgate's managed to do in terms of getting far in tournaments, but implement his own style to it. He's a winner coming in. So when it's, are you going to sack him without a solution? Is it because of one game? It's not one game. Since he's come here, he's chopped and changed squads. He said things like, let's use Lewis Skelly as an example. Lewis Skelly started the first 2-3 games for him. Incredible. Yeah. Scored in his debut against Italy. Then he stopped playing for Arsenal, comes out of the England side. You could argue for that. You could say Tuchel's right. Then he goes and brings Henderson, Madueke. He brings players that haven't exactly had the most minutes this season. So it kind of contradicts exactly what he's been saying. Now, as well as missing a wall, I think England were missing a passer in some sense, but you can't just put one passer in the team and think it's a solution. Rodri's a great passer of the ball, but Spain in general know how to pass the ball. Rodri alone can't do it without the people around him run. Like Steve made a point earlier, there's more emphasis on the midfield now, but the truth is when the midfield got the ball, there was no runners. So you need someone that can run with the ball in midfield. Maybe a Lewis Skelly, SAEED would argue maybe a Kobbie Mainoo. But Tuchel never tested the waters with any of this stuff leading up to the World Cup, and then he played it safe with his squad. You have to bring Foden, you have to bring Palmer, because this World Cup shows it's about magic. More than the most recent one. Magic, top players, magic, technical quality, technical ability. This World Cup's been full of it. England left all of that at home, and on top of that, they brought Saka that can't play. So they brought Saka to kind of, if we win it, he's part of it because he's been good for us for years. So that's all on Tuchel. That's all on Tuchel. Yeah.
So you agree that he should be sacked?
Honestly, look, I'm gonna go back to the remit. The remit was he comes in, he gets this squad over the line. He didn't. And he did it in a way that if I was Steve or a very passionate England fan, I wouldn't trust him with the Euros.
Bro,
why would you trust? What part of his tenure at England now can you say, no, I trust him because of that? There is no part.
Wow. Nope. I don't think there's anyone better out there. Everyone's talking, all the England fans were talking about Pep. Pep's not going to touch it with a bar.
Pep's not going to come, man.
He's not going to have the time with the players to implement what he wants. He trains players every single day at City, and some of them can't get what he wants. So for me, he'll take a nation that's a bit more techie than us. He'll get Brazil. He'll get someone like that. England at the minute, the way we play, it's all about energy, running, and graft. The midfield, Anderson, Rice, Bellingham. It's running, energy, and graft. Like we said before, the ball players, the little bit of something special, the moments, the game changes were left at home. And then when I'm stood there watching Harry Kane, who offers absolutely nothing, he does not press, he's dropping too deep. And I thought, make the decision, okay, this isn't the game for Harry. This is where you got to be brave. You've got to keep him in certain games. He scores goals. He's the best we've got. But where's your backup plan? Where's the plan B? Because Argentina were in our face. Off the ball, they were leaving the foot in, they were niggling. And there was a few England players on there that didn't want it. There was a few England players on there that didn't want that. They were limping about and thinking,
I don't think they can do it, Steve, physically. Steve, I don't think they were physically. I don't think it's not wanting it. I don't think they were physically up for it, Steve.
Do you know Jude Bellingham? Every time they were shouting at him off the ball, they were winding him up, and they were going up to Elliot Anderson, smack him in the back of the head. They had us rattled. They had us absolutely rattled. And like you say, Tuchel, for me, like you say, he didn't make the change. But the squad, when we get to the deeper parts of the tournament, we said it in the Big Six early on in the tournament. When we get to the deeper parts of the tournament, is there going to be a time where we need Foden or Palmer or something special? And I believe that was the game we did. The Argentina had there someone special, 75 minutes. He was ticking along, and then bang, we're dead. England just didn't have that, man. And like you say, I wouldn't take Kane to the Euros. I'd find a solution. I'd find something else. We need to come up with this dynamic way of playing football. This old England die on your sword battle can only get you so far, as proved. It's all right in the Azteca, in altitude. You're fighting, you're pumping your chest. My T said it. Dan Burn heading. We're laughing, but he's right. That's what we were doing. Go on, Big Dan Burn, get on all that. Old England defended. Exactly. Where's the quality? Where these academies we've got in this country that we're spending millions on? Where's the quality? Where is it? You know what I mean? Where is it? We're playing these dogged displays and we're giving them credit for going to the Azteca and beating Mexico 3-2. We're fucking England. We should be going to Mexico wiping the fucking floor with them, no disrespect. It's the same old, but we give Southgate years. We give Southgate years and years and years. You know, Bobby Robson got to the semi-final in Italian 90. We had our open-top bus parade in London when he came home for the semi-final. And Tuchel, he got us to the semi. Did he overachieve it? Did anyone realistically think England was going to win the World Cup before it? I don't think so.
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
I'm saying. He's going to keep his job. They're not going to sack him. But we've got to see the run into this tournament. That group that we was in was absolutely diabolical. And he did not. He could have changed it. He could have played 4-4-2, 4-3-3. He could have changed it and gone, right, I've got it in my head now for the World Cup. Any scenario we've got, we can play this. He can play there. But we didn't. We played the same way. Anderson, Rice, Bellingham, Kane, nailed on. No matter what happened, nailed on. Do you know what I mean? And that's
I agree, Matisse. This is why I agree, Matisse. The Euros is his litmus test. You don't give one tournament to a good coach and say, yeah, in the semi-final he flopped against Messi.
Equally, you don't want to be embarrassed in your home nation. You don't want to be embarrassed at home in front of the world when he's there sitting back.
No problem. I mean, look, as I said, either way, I'm not overly pressed if he does get sacked, because I understand the assignment was get over the line. I just don't think this squad he selected, and maybe that's a mistake, I don't think this squad was capable of winning the World Cup.
But
I don't think he overachieved. He might have won. I think it was par for the course. That's just where I'm at.
You know what it is? The two finalists.
Go on, Turkish.
You could argue no one predicted the two finalists to win it either, or very few going into it, right? Argentina, everyone thought they had their day last tournament, Messi's last hurrah. No one really said Argentina back to back. With Spain, listen, I don't know why they were disrespected so much. They're on the unbeaten.
Some people did with Spain.
But we can't just say with France. That's like saying only France were expected to win it. It doesn't work like that, Turkish man. It's like you can't just say only France were expected to win. Spain are fucking heritage. Argentina, we talk about the know-how gene. They've got the know-how gene, guys.
But you know,
Argentina.
But Spain, this is where I go back to Steve and say, yeah, England have to change something up, because Spain, you said heritage, right? And you're right. Bro, in 2007, Spain were a joke team, a bigger joke than England. They hadn't won a major tournament ever. Then something changed, something clicked, and since then they've won what four major tournaments out of the last 9 or something. They could potentially win 5 of 10. So yes, they're heritage now, but something changed around there, and I do think that Steve's right. With England, something's got to change. The mentality of like get it in the box, big man up top, leave one on.
There's no philosophy. No philosophy. There's actually no philosophy as to what they want to play. Whereas you can see everyone else has their own philosophy. So maybe that's what, the DNA needs to change, maybe.
England do have a philosophy. It's go long, right? Switch play, make massive switches. I think we said it in the watch along. England love switching the ball 60, 50 yards, set pieces, and heading the ball as far as you can away from your own box. That's the philosophy. That's the way we play. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But that's where Tuchel needed to be stronger in changing it up, because you are meant to be the manager. And I think this comes down to, the reality is Tuchel's the most overrated manager of the last decade. That's the reality. That's the reality. One Bundesliga in the last 5 years, bro.
Okay, that's different.
Brother, he won the Champions League. What are you talking about? One Bundesliga.
Di Matteo won the Champions League. What has he
done?
Just
just because you've not won the Champions League doesn't mean you get to sit here and keep discrediting it. I don't know how many times you keep doing this.
Look at the
how many times you literally went. Did you not go to that final? Did you not feel pain in your heart? Why are you doing this? Why are you drawing me out? Why are you? You know what? Why are you drawing me out? Is it because I'm hosting? Because we can swap. Why are you drawing me out like this?
Hold on,
you keep doing this.
You out.
When Chelsea, hold on a second. Again, when Chelsea won that Champions League, go and look at the results.
Now tell me how did I?
Because you just said Di Matteo won the Champions League. If anybody was paying any attention, if anyone was paying any attention to those games, every single game that we played in that knockout stage, on the way to winning it, we dominated and kept clean sheets. How on earth is that comparable to Di Matteo, where Messi misses a penalty, Torres scores last minute, we cling on against Bayern Munich? We need to stop doing this comparison. It doesn't make any sense.
What else has Tuchel done that makes you think? Because I get it. He done it for Chelsea. Since that Champions League, he's won 1 Bundesliga in 5 years, and he done it with a Bayern super team.
That wasn't even since then.
So
the first job after Chelsea is England, I'm pretty sure. He hasn't had a job since then. He's not had a job since then. England is his next job from Chelsea.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty damn sure, yeah.
So he's had no job in 5 years.
No, how long is it? I don't know if
this guy's your dad.
He had Bayern.
You sure he had Bayern in between?
I'm sure
in between Chelsea.
Yeah. Matisse, just to clarify,
what?
I don't remember that.
Was he not Bayern?
I don't even remember that stint.
Just to
what are you talking about?
Who?
He managed by 11 by Munchen.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. I don't even remember that stint.
You don't remember the stint that was literally like...
Oh, you don't remember the stint, you know?
No, I don't remember that stint. I don't remember that stint.
Look,
he was about Harry Kane, didn't he?
Just a side note.
Of course.
He just got Bayern Munich over the line. If he didn't win it last game of the season.
Last game of the
season. Last game of the season.
So in the last 5 years, he's won 1 bottle title from Dortmund.
Wow, yo, we're gonna have to have a conversation here, yo. Yo, Matisse, come to the front.
Who are you putting in charge? Who are you putting in charge right now?
What's this? It's a full circle moment. This guy used to say Pep, Klopp, and Tuchel. That's what he used to say. Bottom left here.
He never said that.
He said that many times. That's why he's his little smirk there. If you look closely,
He didn't mean it.
He didn't. I want him to say he didn't mean it. He's still arguing now, saying that I'm drawing him out.
So you said Arteta's better than Conte. We can both play this game.
Yeah. And what's happened since?
He hasn't achieved anywhere near as much as Conte.
Thomas Tuchel is one of the best managers in the world right now. What's the issue?
Not a patch.
I don't understand.
He doesn't believe he is. Turkish thinks he's a bum.
Explain to me how Tuchel's one of the best managers in the world.
Thinks he's a bum.
He just is.
Okay, he just is. Oh my god.
No. Okay.
I rushed home for great analysis.
Two Champions League finals, 1 league title with Bayern, multiple top 4 finishes with Chelsea. I don't know what you want me to say here.
So Arteta has 3 top 4 finishes.
Arteta is one of the best. Arteta is one of the best managers in the world.
I just want to clarify that with you.
Correct.
Okay? I just want to
yes,
clarify
he is one of the best managers in the world.
Matisse, do you agree?
Man said multiple.
You see why you should let the guy die on his own.
No, I'm just trying to understand. I don't understand.
So you're saying sack him. Who are you putting in charge of England?
Big Steve.
The Turkish manager.
Question, man.
Who's the manager for Turkey? Let's bring him in.
Yeah, Montella, bring him, man. We don't want him.
Montella. Man said Montella. He's another fraud anyway. You can't.
I've asked you and SAEED for names. Nobody can give me names, but yet you guys.
It don't matter about the names, bro. This guy got good enough. Take him out.
Oh my!
The FA decide who's next.
After
by the way. Yes, broski. This is a joke team.
Where did Scaloni manage before Argentina?
Exactly. Yeah. Where did De La Fuentes go?
How many English managers have been winning majors?
Brother, what majors has Scaloni won before Argentina?
Exactly.
What majors have any English managers won?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's your point to say England, there's no managers about. Because
we have to win now, right? We have to win now. Bro, first of all, he has Messi, bro. We don't have Messi. You just did a video saying Messi's the GOAT. Messi is the GOAT.
Why
Argentina don't win that game. Argentina do not win that game without Messi. So let's just scrap that right now, because Messi is Messi, right? That's the first thing. So that manager, has he not been carried by Messi? Hold on. Has he not been carried by Messi in this tournament, or is that just irrelevant? How many games of Argentina? No?
Honestly, you could say no. You could say that, but you could also. I mean, he must be doing something, right? So some of these tweaks on the pitch, he must be playing a part. But I can't say for sure, right? All I'm saying is, you saying who's out there. I used to hate this with Arsenal as well when it was Emery or when it was like who's out there. But that's not my job. All I'm saying is what I'm seeing now is not good enough. Like, it's not about who's out there. It'd be more exciting seeing Steve in charge next, because we've seen Tuchel. It was dead. It was Southgate-ish, right? You want to give him the?
I think he should have 2 tournaments before you say such a statement. That's my opinion.
Do you know what though? Do you know what though? Because I will say this, yeah, like he's given credence to that statement because of how bold he went with his team selection and how much it's backfired. He chose to take the likes of Henderson. He chose to take the likes of Dan Burn. He chose to make the England
It
squad
has
more
backfired in
mechanical.
a semi-final. It didn't
more
backfire against
mechanical.
Iceland or backfire in a round of 16. So again, we're still in the last 4. When you say it has backfired, but you're talking like as if he got knocked out in the round of 16 or in the round of 32.
No, that's not what I said. That's not
like
what
a
I said.
like a Germany. You know, Germany went home real early, bro.
Stop it.
No, I'm not stopping it. You know, Brazil went home real early.
You didn't even let me finish.
Yes, it backfired. But you're talking
no. Keep going with you. Keep going with you.
Bro, because these guys pretend like these other big nations
Italy are not even there.
Italy are not even there.
Ancelotti, big
Germany have gone out
Ancelotti.
at the earliest possible stage.
Big Ancelotti.
4 tournaments in a row.
Big Ancelotti.
My man's just saying, it backfired in the semi-final. It did.
England
I
have gone
agree.
to semi-finals and finals in the last 3 tournaments, bro. That's the platform he's working off. The platform Ancelotti is working off isn't as strong, right? It's Brazil, it's heritage, it's history. But in recent history, England have been better.
Saeed, should Ancelotti be sacked?
Yes, he should be sacked. Yes.
I could do a video.
No, he should be because it was shocking. He didn't bring in João Pedro. Hold on a minute. He didn't bring in João Pedro.
What do you mean that? Do a video because I think you're just saying it for show.
I mean, it's true. He made catastrophic.
Put it out on your millions. Put it out there. Ancelotti should be sacked. Put it out to the millions of subscribers that you got. Put it. Ancelotti should be sacked. Then I'll rate you. Don't say it on the show like a big man. Just say it on the show.
But I've already said it on my channel. I said it on TikTok. I said it on my channel here. I said it to people.
Sack Ancelotti.
That said Ancelotti should resign. That was shocking.
I don't know where TOBS sits because he keeps flip-flopping. But yeah,
I'm not flip-flopping anything. I've already said I don't think he should be sacked. But you can't sit here and be telling these men, oh, it's ridiculous that they should be. Bro, he's made a rod for his own back.
No, he's not saying it's ridiculous. He's just okay. Where are we at?
I disagree.
Where's the 6 of us? We need to move on, man. Look at the time, and
let's move on. Yeah, please.
I got
shit to do. Let's move on. Let's move on.
No. Let's do a final.
Because there's another team that made the final as well.
No, exactly. Because we need to talk, Tobes. We need to talk another team. Where are we at on the vote? So we know Saeed out. Where's the rest of us? If you want him sacked, put your hand up.
I think he should be. It's not want. I think he should be.
Okay, there's 2 of you out of 6. Not bad.
Yeah.
4 of us say no. That's cool.
That's what it seems to be.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
I don't know what's happened with Saeed.
His internet's.
Get the supers in, innit?
He's going to do an Ancelotti out video.
Yeah. All right. DJ saying I think taking Henderson, Burn, almost losing to Mexico, dominating Argentina for 65 minutes, playing on the front foot, and then switching to playing 11 deep in your own box is definitely not a sackable offense. It's definitely not coming. Defo coming home soon. I don't know about. Yeah, I think he's taking a piss, mate. Just Waffling says Tuchel thought too much about scenarios instead of player quality. Sometimes example is when he called up Chalobah after ligamento injury. Too scientific in moments that needed emotional intelligence. Yeah, I do feel like that call up was a bit strange. He took lieutenants. Let's see here. Big up, blaming Tuchel and the players for that loss. Going negative invites pressure. Big up, obviously Kobe Mainu for getting a ticket for that England fan with dementia. Oh, okay, no, I didn't know about this. Big up. Media are going after him, and he didn't even play. I haven't seen any media going after Kobe Mainu. I've seen media, if anything, defending him that he should have played more. But yeah, I don't know. One thing I never understood about England managers, cupcake qualifying group, but can use it to solidify first 11. Still arguing about Jude heading into the tournament. Right to leave Foden at home though.
Let's say he in, man.
Oh shit! I didn't even see him in the first.
I know we don't like, you know what I mean, his views today, but let him in.
No. I like the differential.
He's still mash up. He's the one.
As a Chelsea fan, what he did for us was time ago. He did the same thing at Bayern versus Madrid in the second leg of the semi-finals in 2024, and they lost 2-1 at Madrid whilst they were leading. He needs to go. It's very split. Maybe we should run a poll, you know. That would be a brilliant poll, you know. Let's see if we can run that. Hope you enjoyed Atalanta, Steve. If you come back, I got a restaurant. In the chef act, we have a great roast turkey. That's definitely for Turkish. Super chat there.
Where you from, Schmikey? You got never put your countries by the fucking super chats. Put your flag of the country.
Yo.
Let's have it. Man. Let's have. Who was growing potatoes on pitches earlier as well, man? I saw the chat guy mad.
Fucking well, fucking hell, it's usual.
Vertigo Fusion says, this is
the new fucking Nigel Farage. That one came out again in the fucking chat.
In the chat.
Yeah.
Oh my god, someone just sent in a bloody bumba. I don't even know what currency that is. This isn't new with Tuchel.
Yeah, it's about
I'm busy hosting, you dickhead. Why don't you bloody Google it? Huh?
Great hosting job you're doing.
What now? Huh? What are you doing?
I'm chilling.
Can someone help him read out the super chats, please? You know he's legally blind.
No, man, these don't care, man. They don't care about
I'll do it. This isn't new with Thomas Tuchel. 23-24 Champions League semi-final with Real Madrid. Subbed off Sane for Kim Min-jae, and Hosselu got 2 late goals with crosses. 2016 Liverpool Dortmund. He choked the lead after subbing off Kagawa. I remember that Madrid game. He took off bare the hitters and then he went to extra time and lost it. I can't read this one.
I don't know what that is, but it's red.
I can actually translate that.
Go on then.
Maybe it's not.
It says the Falklands is British.
Oh Jesus! Rap job today is all he's on.
One too many Argentinian flags in that super chat.
In 22-23, Messi had 38 goals, 25 assists, and won the World Cup. Deserved the Ballon d'Or. Steve been complaining for 4 years. What happens when he wins the 9th this year? Still the best player in the world.
What happened?
Yeah.
At this point, the English media needs to admit that 1, the country has no football ID. 2, there has never been / is currently no top-level English manager. And 3, the players only perform for their clubs.
The English media doesn't care about the English team. I'll get that in there now. And they never have from the 90s when I grew up to now.
No, they care about ripping into the team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't care.
Yeah, they care about ripping
into. Yeah. O'Malley8109 says, Messi is the GOAT. I was at the Egypt game. Like Steve said, he literally wins the games with 5 to 10 minutes of intense football and genius, while the others do the donkey work. They're fans, though. Sorry, I'm pushing back on this one. Messi has had the moments, but there's been some really good performance for Argentina this tournament, right? There have been. The midfield have performed. They've performed well. De Paul has played well. Enzo's played well. McAllister's played well. Even the centre-backs. The centre-backs get a lot of grief. The centre-backs have had some good performances as well.
Agree.
Souness spot on with comments on Rice and Anderson. Footballers will always be athletes. Spain beating France, Argentina beating England is perfect example.
He said the football's not in him. That's what he said. He said the football's not in him.
Tuchel's management style causes issues with players, specifically after his DNA comments and semi-final tactics. Do you think the squad would want him to continue?
That's a talking point.
That was a point I was going to make when we was talking about the next tournament. You think Foden and Palmer want to play with Tuchel after he left them out at World Cup?
Yeah, but bro, everybody that gets left out can make that argument for every international manager of all time. Do you think João Pedro wants to play for Carlo Ancelotti?
Yeah, but when you're one of the few international managers that's decided to leave some of your best talent at home, because it doesn't happen often. I can't remember, manager of Brazil in their prime leaving such big names out, unless it's Romario for R9, which is completely
different.
I
think why is it when club football's on, no one has any respect for Foden or Palmer, but then now international football, they get boosted up to these next levels. These guys aren't R9, they're not Ronaldinho, they're not Messi, they're not those level of players.
They've been
poor this season. I don't get it.
But the thing is, though, they can still offer something, isn't it? Like Cole Palmer.
Everyone can offer something, bro. Everyone can offer.
No. But international football,
if these two players have any sense, they'll knuckle down and start getting into serious conversations next season for Team of the Year. Foden's been benched by Turkey and Palmer's been poor for 18 months. What right do they have to come into the England manager and say, "Oh, I should have been in this team"? You two have been poor. Fix your shit.
Do you know a name that we're not mentioning? They should have taken Trent. Sorry.
Yeah.
They should have taken Trent.
I'm not sure about that one. For me, but
they should have taken Trent. They should have.
Of course, you're not sure.
They should have taken Trent.
I don't think it's a big issue.
It is a big issue. Clearly,
I think
you're playing two centre backs at right back, and you're telling me that it's not a big issue.
Yeah.
This is quite a mad. Nah, I'm not going to use it. It's all good.
It was Tuchel's first tourney with them. Deschamps since 2012, Scaloni since 2018, De La Fuente since 2022. If Pep is coming, sure. If not, give him one more. This one is so harsh because we're not the only one that's bottling shit right now these days, are we? England are the Tottenham of international football. Serial bottle jobs. Viva España. Whoever you are, you're a pussy.
Wow.
Declan Rice is being targeted by ex-pros and pundits. I don't know if it's a let's get Arsenal engagement, but it's a disgrace for being great for 4 or 5 years. Can I just say this here? I do think the Declan Rice hate is overboard. But one thing I'm seeing, which is really, really making me sick, and is so typical of some Arsenal fans, not all, is this whole thing of, oh, Declan Rice goes off and 2 minutes later we can see. Man. Fuck off. You were getting pammed before he went off. You were getting pammed
stop the
before he went off. Fuck off. Honestly.
Yeah, but
I like Babs, bro.
I still think he's.
He made a whole Insta about it. I had to call
no, he wasn't in that game. He was getting rings ran around him like the rest of the England
He's literally lost about 2 stone in this tournament, and he's on his last legs. I still think he's the most important man in that team.
It's not about whether he's important or not. That's not what I'm disputing. I'm saying that he.
You're disputing the guys that go overboard and say yeah.
No. I'm disputing the rhetoric that he had any influence on what Argentina were doing in that game in the second half. He did not, because they were still creating chances. They were still forcing the issue with shots. They were pushing England back.
Actually, they scored 2 goals though while he was off the pitch, so you can't. It's like,
okay, cool. So you're joining.
I'm not joining. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Fine. Yo, guys, have you guys ever seen that big of a switch after 76 minutes? Is it tactics? Is it belief? If you guys see the players' body language after the second goal, I thought it was full time. It was It was the whole second half, man. Argentina were better before they scored. They were better.
The hydration break was when it killed them. The hydration break. It was on the 70th minute, and that's when I believe Argentina took the initiative and the momentum. That break there killed it.
Between England scoring and Gordon coming off, there was 20 minutes. In those 20 minutes, England had 12% possession. That's not Tuchel's fault. That's the players on the pitch. They bottled it after scoring.
Yeah, brother. Put in the year build up to the World Cup. Put some technically gifted midfielders in. Then put a box to box midfielder in. That's actually a natural box to box, because Rice is a 6, Anderson's a 6. Put in bring your magic. The reason they can't it's not just Rodri is by far the best Spanish midfielder, but the players are capable around him to pass, move, attack the space. England are far from that. They're far from that.
Another Argentina bomber super chat. Do we work out how much that is?
Yeah, about 4. Respect.
Huh?
Respect.
He hasn't checked. Steve hasn't
Come on,
checked.
man.
People judge Argentina by individuals, not as a team. They're strong collectively. McAllister was picked despite a bad season. England left Palmer, Foden, or Morgan Gibbs-White out from Madueke.
Ooh, that's a good point.
He should have taken one of Palmer and Foden. Definitely should have taken.
Matisse, you're reading that. You hear seeing that, Matisse?
Dr. Albert says,
allow it.
How other teams did has nothing to do with us. Every game we played was life and death by design. This is the most winnable World Cup in decades, and he bottled it when it mattered most. Sack him now.
Just to let you know that Argentinian money is £2.51. You better get gassed up. Like, don't disrespect the Argentinian. He sent us a fortune. He said £2.51.
No, but in his currency, though, he sent it a lot.
Stop, Steve, man. Stop.
We need to refute him, man.
Steve actually just wants war, honestly.
He didn't come back with the Falkland shit, though, did he? Because I'm speaking facts. One thing, you can call me what you want, but I'm speaking facts.
Can we scratch off Argentina as a destination as owner?
I think it was
there anyway.
Sorry,
so this one
left
says
with 4 countries.
Tommy Setford. What is this? What's this super chat? What is this?
think it's a future England
Oh, it's just
team.
Arsenal Academy players. I'm not reading this. Matisse, you can read this one.
Yeah,
No, I'm all right.
Thanks for the super chat, though. Numerous mistakes outside. Numerous mistakes. Big up for the super chat. £50. Thank you, Steve. Numerous mistakes outside of that game. The squad was a mess. Only 3 fullbacks, and one is an injury-prone Reece James, and the other is O'Reilly, which I like as a player, but is not someone to stay out wide like a Hall, for example, could have offered. It's hilarious seeing Europeans looking at our squad full of only decent players who are good but nothing special for their clubs. Put on the Argentinian jersey and turn into absolute beasts. Any player you see of ours, put them 2 tiers higher than they usually are the moment the jersey gets put on. Argentina Licha v United Licha, for example. Romero too.
Yeah, we discussed this. All of them. DePaul, McAllister, all of them.
I'd send way more than, but I'm literally capped out at 500. What's it called? 5,000 Argentinian. What's that?
I don't know.
Rupees.
Let me check.
5,000 Argentinian assholes.
Argentinian pesos. Argentine pesos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know what would happen if Rice was left on the field. He would have closed down Enzo. His defensive awareness is unreal.
Oh, no.
If Matisse heard Tuchel say the same about his Chelsea, he'd be the first at the bridge calling for his sacking.
I berated him in my match reaction. I thought his comments were a disgrace. He should have took accountability. But I'm just not going to say he should be sacked after one tournament. I need a second tournament.
SAEED, Argentina won multiple trophies. England has yet to win against the top 10 ranked team in a big game in decades. England aren't as good as you think. You know what? This is actually, we need to talk about this because they won the Copa America, then they won the World Cup. Now they're in the final. We need to stop saying Argentina are.
But they're not all that, according to SAEED. They're not all
we need to stop. We need to stop.
Say not all that. Again,
yes, we know.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. That's what you said.
No, what I'm trying to say to you is that we allowed them to play the way they play.
You don't allow teams. They allow you, brother.
There was a vulnerability.
They didn't allow you to go past them. They didn't allow any team to go past them in any round.
Cowards.
That's the way you look at it.
We were cowards. That's what we were. We were cowards. We sat back, allowed them, invited them. That's what we were. We were cowards.
They said no entry past this stage to every team that tried it with them. Put some respect on
but how many of them were very... Hold a minute. How many of them caused them massive problems? If Cape Verde had a little bit more quality, they'd probably win that game. Cape Verde, we're talking.
It's all about momentum building. Cape Verde.
I'm telling you now, there was a period where I thought Cape Verde were going to beat Argentina. The momentum was on their side. So let's not do this, man. And the Egypt one, we're going to really talk about Egypt. We can talk about what happened in that game. So let's not do this about Argentina, this, that, and the other. Do they have an amazing player, little Messi? Yes. But after that, I'm sorry, man. It's not the best in the world.
Yeah, but did you know what they've got? They literally, honestly, you can't take it away from them. They literally like possessed people because of that game. They will fight till the death. The substitutions were at it. The physio was doing mad shit. They were literally pumped, and England just didn't want it, man.
Steve, it wasn't only that game, though, Steve. What I'm trying to tell Steve is that's not the only. They play like
I know they've got a lot of respect for the nation. They play for the pack.
They play like that.
They play like that. If you look at the players, some of the players on the pitch, like you say, Simeone's lad and that, you know, he's not someone we'd look at. But I tell you what, he was running around like a man possessed. He was niggling. He was fighting. They were digging deep. Otamendi, mate, was going to come. He came on at his age. He's going to fight the universe. He didn't give a shit. Romero at Tottenham, proper little shithouse, smashing there was someone stood in front of him. They were all arguing. He smashed his own player in the back, so the player smashed into one of ours. And I watched.
Yeah, they were nasty.
Yeah, they're up for it, man. But we know what they're about. Yeah. You've got to get on that level, the same level of angriness and madness as them if you want to compete. Because otherwise, if you've not got the balls for it, don't be on the pitch. And some of them England lads didn't have the balls for it. Jude Bellingham went up in my estimation. They were trying everything with him off the ball. And I tell you what, he gave it them back. And I thought, you know what, Jude, I'm not letting anyone say a bad word about him because he was up for it. And if they all had the same passion as Jude Bellingham and wanted to fight, we'd have got somewhere. But some of them, I'm not naming names, but some of them didn't want it. I could tell by watching them, they didn't fancy it.
I see the video. You see the video of Romero, Steve? Romero celebrating, and then
Yeah.
There's a certain someone there.
You
like,
see Barco? Do you see Barco say something to Bellingham? He didn't think Bellingham would speak Spanish or whatever, and he fucking slaps him around the head.
Yeah, slapped him. Yeah.
No, you're right.
Jude wanted it, man. He wanted it. Led by example, but you know, Argentina, you've got to give them credit. They're not the greatest. You've got to give them credit. They're doing it. They've got the spirit. They're doing it, and they've just got that one man. And when you've got a leader like that, you just know we'll do our job. We're not as good as him. Let's just do our job. And when he gets the chance, he will kill him. That's exactly what Maradona used to do. We'll do our job. Give it him. Let him kill him. And that's what they did.
England used to, rely heavily upon the heart, fight, passion.
Yeah,
I just think, I don't know. I was about to say part of the Western world has changed, but it's not that when you look at other countries around here, producing.
People chasing Messi around at the final whistle to get his fucking shirt. Fuck his shirt. You've just been fucking knocked out the World Cup semi-final. You don't need his shirt. You don't need any money off that shirt. Do you think they're chasing England players around for shirts? No. They didn't give a fuck. They probably spit on it and throw it on the floor. Our lot are there. Oh, Messi, like, make sure we finish the game there, Messi. I'll get his shirt. It's knocked me sick.
Yeah, they thrive off the hate and the fact everyone wants them to lose. They thrive, that's how. Listen, I've got my gripes with Argentina. Many people do for one reason or another. But in terms of dealing with pressure, in terms of dealing with hate, that's where I was going to talk about the Western world. I think over this side, it's very much, bro. Do you know a funny story, right? Do you know a funny story? Quick one. The England fans have took these bars over, right? Shitloads of fans in these bars, right? All the England flags are out. Everyone's singing. It was wicked. There's a multi-story car park facing there. All of a sudden, on the roof of the multi-story car park appeared about 200 Argentinian fans with a fucking banner, massive banner with Messi on it and a World Cup. And they just plonked it there, right facing us. And I looked at it and I thought, that is psychological warfare. Because I'm sat here now eating my pizza, having to look at fucking Messi and a World Cup trophy, knowing that I'm going in there to deal with that. And I respected it so much. I thought, these fans are on a different planet. They're on it, mate. Yeah. They're on it. And I respect it. And like you say, the team are on it. Once that badge goes on that shirt, you've got to give them credit. They fight. And all of us want our national teams to fight like that. Yeah, we hate it.
But
we all love it,
We do. And they definitely showed fight. But for me, beyond the fight, it's the quality. Because they were fighting England in the first half and it was cagey. When they actually said, you know what, let's play football, 1 touch, 2 touch, Messi, take over the game, ping passes in, put good crosses into the box, zipping the ball, quicker pace. That's when the game was out of England's reach. When it was a cagey fight, it was still within England's reach. When they actually said, let's play football, that's when the game was done. So for all the spirit that they showed, which was massive, the quality is what's prevailed here today, and that's
they're retaining the ball. They were retaining the ball well.
Football quality prevails. The two best teams in the semi-finals are in the final, and they deserve to be there.
You got to give Enzo Fernandez a lot of credit, man, because he was playing on
he's brilliant, bro.
like a deep playmaker. 6. I can't lie to you, Enzo. For me, like my estimations, don't get me wrong. People look at his price tag as he's justified, as he's not, but in Argentinian shirt, you cannot doubt Enzo Fernandez. Like, he delivers. Not only has he done it for a couple of months this year now, he's just been a beast for Argentina, man. So
forget about just Argentina. Enzo Fernandez is a good player. There's 2 things can be true. Like they spent too much money on him, but people talk about Enzo Fernandez like he's not a good player. He absolutely is a good football player. He's a good Premier League midfielder. Whether he's worth the money is a different conversation. He is good. Full stop. He's a good player.
Yeah. That's fault. The thing is, the names that they brought off the bench, that guy, what's his name? Nico Gonzalez, has been shipped around Juventus, Atletico Madrid, bit part player. They brought on, who else did they bring on? Okay, Lautaro Martinez is a good name.
They brought on DePaul as well.
DePaul, who, again, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Like, the guy is in Miami, he's a shadow of himself. I said it before. He's not the same player anymore. Paredes, he plays for Boca Juniors. again, shipped around PSG, Juventus, and all them clubs. And look where he is now, not at the highest level. Montiel. But these are not days where you look at it, but they bring that passion and that desire. And obviously, you just said they had a bit of quality, but they know what to do, man. And sometimes it is a little bit cringe when they're saying, we're going to win for Messi. I'm like, bro, you should win for yourself, but they're adamant they want to win it for Messi again. So make it undisputed GOAT, you know? So,
I'm not gonna lie. I thought I think the Paul's had a really good tournament. Whenever I've watched them play, he's been really good. On the ball, passing, crossing, protecting the ball. He's been really good. Been really, really good.
No, I agree.
We haven't spoke on the Spain-France game, which I'm conscious of.
I
We've
need
got
to
a lot of super chats as well. What do you want to do here, Turkish?
Well, have you not been getting rid of the ones you read?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just keep coming in, bro. So let's go quick. Let's do a quick fire blitz, Matisse. Quickly, 2 more minutes.
All right, go on, do that one.
SAEED may have been smoking about Vitinha Neves, but Rodri versus Busquets, is valid. Let's skip. The problem with England is identity. The last England team that had it was the 1990 team. Some quality players with big personalities that lost on penalties. Steve, how was the atmosphere?
No, go on.
Sorry, go on.
No,
Steve, how was the atmosphere?
Go on, how was the atmosphere?
He's already said it. Yeah, he's already spoke about the atmosphere.
The atmosphere was fucking insane. And the stadium, man, I've never seen anything like it. That stadium was unreal. Aircon. Walked in, thought, wow. Outside was so humid, and then we walked in there, bang. But it was just, it's everything in America doesn't seem real, does it? It's just wild. But that stadium, I was well impressed. I had Stormzy sat behind me as well. Tim Cahill was there with an England shirt on, which I found a bit weird. Everyone was there, man, ready for it. But it is what it is. Rio was there. SAEED, your boy, walking around the pitch, chatting to everyone.
Rio, was he moving, doing the most? Was he doing the most?
Yeah, he was on everyone's channels and doing what he's doing. To be fair, I spoke to him.
I can't lie,
he's a Tuchel fan. I spoke to him. I spoke to him after it in the DMs, and he said he got to keep with Tuchel. So fair play.
Yeah.
iPhone let to be donate USD. Anyways, if Argentina wins the final, where does Scaloni rank in managers? Copa America, World Cup. Wow.
Jeez, man.
You can't compare international managers. You can't compare international managers to club. That's the only thing. You'd probably have to say maybe greatest international manager of all time, but some might caveat that with Messi. But then some might argue, did Messi win anything before Scaloni came in?
Oh.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Was he good?
Okay. Tuchel went back-to-back Champions League finals. Very rare from any manager. No manager available in the market. He may be pragmatic, but no other choice. Tuchel's the German Southgate. He got carried to UCL by Prime Kante into the second UCL final by Neymar. When it comes to coaching, he's mid at best. Is it a coincidence that every Premier League team that wins silverware, their best player is always non-English? They don't have the mentality to win. Regarding squad selection, Tuchel picked a decent starting 11, but when picking subs of the squad, literally took no X-factor players to bring off the bench. You can't defend against Argentina the way you guys did v Mexico. Difference in quality. Gallardo crossing, and they were all shit. The Paul first cross class. Fair point. It's time to admit Harry Kane is a failure. He's a Super Saiyan flat track bully. 0 Prem, 0 FA Cup, 0 Carling Cup, UCL, 0 Europa. Biggest what-if player. Damn. Do you think it was the karma from the Norway game striking back? Funny how the ball can detect hairs and not the camera cable. England have no playmakers. Midfielders in the Prem do too much side-to-side passes. Nothing that cuts through the middle.
Oh, yeah.
This discussion has gone from England v Argentina to United v Argentina or City v Argentina. Jude had a poor season. He turned out to be England's best player by a mile. Form is temporary, class is permanent. Pick your best players. Matisse is right, and I've been saying this. The Premier League is where the technical ability and flair goes to die or get hounded out. Steve can't be talking shit about Mainu when his 116 club spent 116 mil on Anderson. 3 completed passes. Mainu did nothing this season, yeah? Piss off.
He completed more passes than Mainu on the bench.
Toby doesn't watch Miami games to know Messi is still the best in the world before the World Cup. Oh, didn't realize I needed to watch Miami games to see that. Also, can he speak on Marino being average, professional waffler? Yeah, I could go for some waffles now, to be honest. Next super chat.
Can you speak on Marino? Forget the waffles.
Yeah, he's an average midfielder. He's a good poacher, good second striker. Happy?
He's good. He's good then, yeah?
Not in his actual position, no. Any more questions?
Yeah, if you're gonna work around him, then no.
Okay, cool. No joke, bro. If you man are hard set on this PMP hill, get a PMP virtuoso. Get Bielsa. Steve's.
Don't get Bielsa. Don't get Bielsa. Yeah, he's getting off. He's getting off.
I'm going to sleep. I'm going to bed. Fuck off.
Steve's gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
Play. What's this? FRTV. What? Belgium v Spain 10.
I don't
have
know.
No idea.
Yeah.
2010.
Wow.
Yeah, you should take more time right now.
Bam. Sorry, let's. Yeah,
man.
Rodri. I don't care what people think, but if he leads Spain to a World Cup, he will be the GOAT DM. Busquets can't carry midfields like this guy.
Maybe it's a segue into that.
Yeah, let's segue. No more England super chats, please, people.
Yeah,
all right,
exactly. We've done that. I mean, that segue into that game. I mean, look. Like I said at the time, like everyone's a great midfielder until the real general walks in onto that pitch, and that was Rodri. We've spoken about Messi not carrying, but being the X factor. But we know forwards are known to be X factors for great teams. What the hell? It looks like it's only us 3 left, brothers. I mean, we might as well all go on audio. They call them up and go audio podcast only. But Rodri, I'm sure everybody wants to speak on whatever they want to speak on. But I have to just speak on Rodri. I just think that was an elite performance. The ultimate leader, controller, tempo setter, general, dictated every phase of play, learning how to play when you go goal up. A lot of the England players can learn from. You know, you go a goal up, you don't let your defense retreat and go back. You don't always need a coach to coach. Sometimes you need a coach on the pitch. And I thought Rodri was not only the best player, he was the best coach, he was the best motivator. Rodri, I salute Rodri. I salute Rodri, people. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, I think from front to back, I was just mesmerized with that Spain performance, man. Like, they really put them in a blender. Like, the press was intense. The way they knocked the ball about was so natural. It was like intuition for them. They just zip it from one to another. And that's without Pedri on the pitch, Gavi on the pitch, all sorts of, players that you would expect to be in a possession-based team that they had on the bench. And then when you go through that Spain team, like, even on the bench, they had options. Like, Mikel Merino, we've seen him come clutch in this tournament coming off the bench. I was very impressed, man. Very impressed, especially because what people will do is obviously they'll go in on France and talk about, Mbappe, or talk about Elise, whatever. Cool, but these are Ballon d'Or contenders / Ballon d'Or winners. Some of them, or they're the top 5 maybe forwards out there in the world, and the fact that Spain limited all of them to pretty much nothing is very, very impressive. That's a defensive performance that the Italians would have been proud of, and then a possession-based performance that Spain are proud of. So very, very good performance, man. I think I said off the cuff that I thought Spain could win this, but I didn't really truly believe it. I thought France would win the tournament, but it's just a reminder. Don't ever overlook Spain, because like Turkish said earlier, the amount of tournaments they've won, they won the last Euros, and then obviously in a World Cup final now. Yeah, bonkers. And this is without Yamal even touching it anywhere near his best.
He's not been that great, Yamal. He's not been that great. But
I think he's injured. Or carrying something.
He's injured. He's carrying something, Listen, I've got to give it to Spain. I think for me, like, I've got to apologise for disrespecting them, in the predictions. I thought it'd be easy for France. But you got to remember, they only conceded 1 goal coming in, but I just thought France, with their firepower, to be just too much for them. But you know what it is? They've got a different kind of structure, and this is where you got to give De La Fuentes is kind of praise, because he didn't play Nico Williams. The style that they had last time is different to the style they have right now. They're a bit more kind of robust. They're a bit more kind of, I would say, a little bit more pragmatic, but they can still play on the front foot. So I give it to them, man. They got Kubasi, who I think for me has been outstanding. Laporte is not getting his flowers, I don't believe, even though it looked like he went to Saudi Arabia and was washed. Look at him now, you know what I mean? So is that a sign of, not bringing the best names and one on the best hype, and all of a sudden he's playing in the Saudi Arabia League and he still looks one of the best in the tournament? Obviously you've got Rodri effect as well there, taking off Pedri. You have to be a very brave manager to take off Pedri, and he did that. He brought on Ruiz. Yeah, man. Onabathal, again, he's not the greatest of names, but again, he came in there, does a job. Bring in Marino. Yeah, man. I think their structure, the way they played, they didn't give France space. They were compact. They controlled the game. They said to France, "Yo, what you gonna do?" And you know what, man? It worked very, very much for them, man. Danny Olmo as well. Got to give his flowers as well in the tournament. Yeah, man. Fair play to them, man. They deserve to be where they are. You can say it's boring. I know Flav said it was boring and that, but it's consistency, though. What they do is consistent. They're hard to break down. They keep the ball, and they do everything at an 8 out of 10. If you keep doing that and show that everything, you're gonna be consistent, man. So fair play to them, man. And they dominated France, dominated them.
England are the most boring big nation anyway, so Flav.
There you go. It's mad. You know what I mean? Yeah, Porro as well. Shout out to Porro.
Great finish.
I thought Porro right back. He was
But
good as well.
Again, a nation that you could say that elevate themselves when they wear that kit. People, they elevate. Like look at Porro. Like you're giving an example. Laporte has been off the scene. Even the centre back, how do you pronounce his name? Kobalski, where have you pronounce it? These guys turn into absolute warriors and leaders and players when they wear that special. And I don't think. Look, some might call it boring. I call it football, man. Like they know how to keep the ball, and that's one of the biggest arts of the game and skills of the game, to keep the ball, especially if you take a lead. And then they have got those X factors in Yamal. Obviously not Nico Williams in this tournament, but your Pedris or whatever, to catch you out, to make that difference on the other side of the pitch. I rate them as a team. You rate them as a coach. And I hope they win the final, guys. I'm not going to lie. Everyone's got their own favorites.
Oh, yeah, everyone's Spain.
I hope Spain win it, man. I hope Spain win it. Controlled chaos, not chaos, but control. They epitomize control. Mad. They're like a boxer. That one of those skilled, the guys that just jab away you. They won't be able like
technical fighters,
knockout. Yeah, they just jab and not get hit.
Yeah,
and win on points every time.
Mayweather's
they're the Mayweathers, man. I mean, they won't let you get close. Look at the defensive record. Everyone talks about everyone's attacking. Look at Spain's defensive record. To stop that France 4/5, 6, if you want to add Barcola and Shirky from the subs bench or whatever. Brother. Mad.
That's ridiculous, man. I can't lie to you. It's ridiculous. And like I said, man, T said everyone's saying about names. Who should bring in names? No one knew this guy. De La Fuentes. Absolutely no idea where this guy came from. And look at him. Everyone wants to play De La Fuentes' way now. His impact now will be, how can we play like Spain? How can we have this control? And the two managers that we never heard of are in the final, guys. So that's everything you need to know.
Mad.
It's mad, isn't it? For some reason, it's who should we bring in? Bro, FA and people have to do their due diligence and find out who works with, who's got up the ranks and found the best solutions, who's done something at the ground level and had an impact. If you can find that person that has done that, whether it's under 14s to under 18s, and there's been a where they've helped out, they go by that, So that's what I would do. But again, that's just me.
Cool. Let me get some super chats in. Adam earlier said, after Le Mans high howler versus Spain, SAEED said after the constipation phase, we might have to buy a new keeper, and then asked if Onana's coming back to United.
I didn't say Onana bring Onana back. I didn't say that, but the rest of
It
it
sounds
is
like
true.
it sounds like a tongue-in-cheek kind of comment anyway.
Yeah, no, I didn't say bring him back. Yeah.
Question for the panel, or what's left of us. If Messi wins the World Cup and possibly the Golden Boot, realistically, how high he can win the Ballon d'Or, brother? That's it. He can win
Bro,
it.
he's gonna win it. Like,
If Argentina win it. If Argentina win it.
He's gonna win it. Yeah. And why shouldn't they win it? He's literally helped Argentina throughout the whole World Cup.
Highest level.
Yeah.
If Spain win it though.
It's mad.
For me, it's Yamal.
Rodri.
But
I'm joking.
Rodri has had a great season, though. Has Rodri had a great season for Man City?
Of course not.
Yamal's had a poor campaign. Not poor,
No, he's had a good La Liga season, though. He's had a good La Liga season.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me see if I can get some more on the Spain game quickly. Remember Spain against Portugal? Portugal with a decent forward would have beaten Spain. Portugal's defense frustrated Spain. Argentina can do that to them. It'll be a tight game.
No one's denying it's not going to be a tight game. I'd be very surprised. I'm going to say it and hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong as usual, so everyone can enjoy. You get me?
Yeah.
I'm doing this for the.
Say it's a joke. Say the joke right now.
No. I'm doing this for the public. I'm doing this for the community. So it's a bad boy final, and it's exciting. I'm doing this for the community. There won't be more than one goal in 90 minutes.
There's the GRIZZ can't shout. Just waffling says France played like they did in the Qatar final until Mbappe went crazy. At least they had the same stinker, Griezmann. Wonder if Deschamps could have tried Zaire Emery and Cherki earlier. Has Deschamps stepped down yet or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, he will be. Zidane's taking over.
Okay. Is that all confirmed?
Pretty much.
Yeah, he will be. Literally, I think they just sorted out like the paperwork and everything, but Zidane's going to take over.
Okay. Let me scroll back up. M says Alvarez, Messi, Enzo, Martinez, Talafico, and Emi Martinez start for England. Senesi, Martinez, and Gonzalez get in the squad. Argentina are a good team. I fancy them against Spain. SAEED saying that Argentina were brought to their limits by Egypt and Cape Verde. What about England versus Norway, Mexico, and Congo, and the group stage?
Yeah, you don't like that.
But I agree with that. Two things can be right, though.
Spain have only conceded one goal all tournament. Big up Kusta. Big up the panel and the community. Love for the love, my brother.
Big up.
Vertigo says Cucurella, Spain's most important player after Rodri. Hey, is Saliba France's most important player?
It's happy.
Okay. Just asking. A man comes off the pitch and it all breaks apart. I don't know. Mbappe's their best player. I'm just saying without an Mbappe, that front line is still amazing. Without Saliba, that back line.
I don't know. I still think the way that they were playing, though, they were controlling the game. Spain almost like they walked through to the like obviously they still considered obviously the one goal with the Dinho one, but in terms of the way they were playing, it weren't like Saliba was ever going to be used in that kind of way. It was literally a passing behind or the way they slowly built their play, if you know what I mean. So I still think they score Spain with Saliba on the pitch, though.
Fair. To continue this one, Midri and Pamin can't get a sniff, and they are still dominating. And what a shit performance from Vitinha, Neves, and Bruno. Cool, big up. Vertigo. It's not about De La Fuente, says Joshua. Coaches and players from the academy to the senior team all have been trained to play the same way. Top development. How good was Cabo Verde? They drew against both the finalists in regulation. Yeah. Actually, you're right, but yeah. And Uruguay too, right? Man, Tuchel is who Hove was talking about in Imaginary Players. If you know, you know. Big up Micah. The chant sung by several Argentina players after winning the 2024 Copa America. How soon we forget. I haven't forgotten.
No, we don't forget.
I haven't forgotten. Do you want some salt for those chips on your shoulder, Tobs? And Martin said, Matisse thinks we don't know how to use Google. Remind me again what Messi won before Scaloni. It goes both ways. England have no playmakers, says David. Midfielders in the Prem do too much side-to-side passes, nothing that cuts through the middle. Yeah. Spain way of football is pure. They are not obsessed with legs, pace, and all that bullshit. Most English players are overhyped, bang average other than Kane. You man think you deserve a good manager. Your nation don't respect ball. Only meaty pay some power merchants. Bench Cobby, yeah? All you man deserve is Sam Allardyce again.
Bro.
That's what SAEED and these men want, innit?
I don't want Sam Allardyce, but crazy.
Powder says, fast forward some years to the Euros. How different is this team? Are there any... Oh, fast forward some years to the Euros. How different is the team? Are there any prospects that seem like they can change the team?
Kobe Manu.
That is the Dalmans, isn't it? The Dalmans, the Rios.
Yeah. I mean, Grizz laughs at Kobe Manu, and I'm not gonna.
No, I'm not laughing.
I'm not gonna make that shout, but I'll make the Lewis Skelly shout. They don't.
Yeah, Lewis Skelly, yeah.
Lewis profile in midfield. Dalman a few years off probably, but yeah, he should be something. But it's way too early, man.
Yeah, there'll be midfielders popping around as well. So
I hope so. Microwave Palmer says, Wallahi, we need to create or credit Enrique. These PSG man then be dropping stinkers away from PSG. Pacho, Marquinhos, Doué, Vitinha, Neves, Dembele.
Wow.
Dembele's done his thing, man. Come on, man. Dembele did his thing.
He didn't really. Come on. I'm a Dembele fan and stan. I love Dembele, but
you don't think Dembele's had a bad tournament?
He wasn't shit.
It wasn't shit. I'm not saying bad. But
I don't think he should be grouped. He shouldn't be grouped with the rest of them, though.
You say he done his thing. He didn't do his thing, man.
DJ says there's zero chance some of you are glazing coaches and players of your respective teams. Mainly, I expect to be in contention for Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, you're going too far, man.
Yeah,
let's not do that.
Can tell the stream's gone on for too long. Blank says, "Yo, Grizz, where was your B-Tech Isak's Golden Boy Black McTominay? What? Black Tominay?
So which one? What's he talking about?
Bruh, your team is cheeks if you got to depend on a PMP merchant to carry you through.
B-Tech Isak's Golden Boy Black Tominay.
He's talking about Jude Bellingham.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know, man.
Why is he aiming at me? Maybe I don't know.
You said something.
I didn't even glaze Jude like that.
Gerald said, "Oh, is it Gerald? Yeah." Gerald says, "PMP hype. Steve and England value tackling and energy too much over ballers like Wharton. Spain and Argentina played football."
Yeah, Wharton's a bad boy.
Imagine Spain using Wharton. I tell you, they'd be living life.
Yeah. Spain. Yeah, Wharton would be in Spain's team. Wharton would be in Argentina's team. Wharton would get into these teams. I mean, when I say get into these teams, a player like Wharton. Sorry, before people go mad.
Similar profile, yeah.
Yeah. Fabian Ruiz, brother. Look at Fabian Ruiz for Spain.
Thank you.
This is post-tournament revisionism, says Kwaku. We tend to overrate these players. Arsene Wenger would not have changed the outcome of the... Is that Arsene Wenger? Arsene Wenger would not have changed the outcome of the game. Main issue was no outlet. Is that Arsene Wenger? I don't know.
Yeah, what he means is like even Arsene Wenger wouldn't.
Okay. I mean, Wenger wasn't great at changing games. That was one of his problems. But yeah, anyone remember Dan Burns sprinting forward to attack in the 99th minute? Hilarious. Where was Harry Kane?
That was hilarious.
Covering for Dan Burn.
Oh, he's talking about Adam Wharton. Hold on a minute. He's talking about Adam Wharton there.
Oh.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh.
What was the super chat again? I forgot the super chat.
He says even Adam Wharton wouldn't have changed the game then, basically.
Oh, Adam Wharton. I said, you can't just make Adam Wharton AW. You know how much dirt Wenger's done in the game?
Come on, man. What the hell?
Are you serious, man? Like when real football people see AW.
Yeah, man.
Wenger, bro. Come on.
Wenger.
Adam Wharton.
Yeah, come on. Real football people, brother. Come on, show some respect.
Some said, man, bringing Wenger into this. Turkish is fried. I'm sick, people. I'm coming down with some mad flu. I can feel it tonight. I'm going to be fucked. But yeah, AW is Arsene Wenger. What's Anderson done to get this much hype? Not one outstanding attribute to his game. Bang average. Mainly his levels on him. Liverpool fan, by the way.
No, you ain't a Liverpool fan.
You know what I would say about Anderson? He's got better as the tournament's gone on. I feel like he's got better as the tournament's gone on, though, Anderson. I thought at the start...
Mainu is levels on... Are you not going to shut this down? Because I'm going to shut you down. Otherwise, I'm going to take
player. That's what I'm going to do. But
are you seriously not going to shut this down?
I'm going to back
Mainu's levels above Anderson.
listen to me. Yeah. I think for me, well, because this is a super chat, man. It's nothing to do with me. I'm just talking what I want to talk about.
But be fair,
What I will
innit?
say,
Be
though,
objective. Be objective. So yeah, you're going to do too
listen,
much.
that's his super chat, innit? You get me? What I will say is I'll back my players, and I will say that Anderson's got the tournament going on. I don't think he should be. He wasn't shit this tournament. So that's why I will be objective, Chris, if you want that.
Safe indeed. England can't keep the ball well under pressure, says Adam. It's all sideways, backwards, and when pressed, it goes back to Pickford to hoof it up front. It's just the way. It's just the way of England, really. Argentina aren't good, but have won every tournament they have played in. 1 World Cup, 2 Copa Americas, and are in the final again. That one from Tenzino. Aryan adds, this was England's chance for the World Cup. Next World Cup Kane will be 37. He's done Tony and Watkins, 34. Gone. In the graphic as of most likely striker is Liam Delap. Foden false 9. Remontada. Shaw says Tuchel got away with subs all tournament. Kane carried in groups. Jude knockouts. 0 improvement from Southgate. Southgate did this in 2018. I agree. Content idea: start bench sell current teams versus former World Cup winners. Example: France. Example, France. Current France versus 98 and or 2018. I don't get it, though, because surely if they've won it.
Pogba Vieira, is that what we're saying?
I don't know if the French are going to like that, but...
Broski, you see what Pogba did in that tournament?
Did Makelele play in? No, he didn't. Makelele wasn't 98 World Cup, was he? It was Petit.
Bro, we're having a conversation, Pogba Vieira. We have to have some conversations here.
Get out of here.
What conversation?
What do you mean, get out of here? Seriously, are you all right? Pogba was unbelievable in that tournament. Yes. Yo, come back. Yo, are you not seriously? Pogba was unbelievable in that tournament. Was absolutely outstanding. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is what I mean. Like, you lot just disrespect Paul Pogba too much, Guy literally was unbelievable in that tournament for France.
He was, but bro, why did you go so far, man? You went too far, bro.
What do you mean? The guy's telling about the conversation there. He's saying 98 versus 2018, right? So there's a conversation. We're going to talk.
No, he said current versus 2018 or current versus 98, which I didn't get.
Okay, so he's not talking about 98 versus 2018.
Your way makes more sense. Yeah,
my one makes more sense.
The way, not Pogba Vieira, but yeah.
But listen, if we do content, we'll talk anyway.
If we do content, that's a big 6 debate. Pogba Vieira, you're gonna see that one soon. Special guest Steve.
We'll see that one.
Arsenal said, mate. Arsenal London says, mate. All winners. Also Brazil. This team versus 2000. Oh, so he does mean what you said, Saeed. 98 versus 2018. Yeah. No, he doesn't, because he said Brazil. This team versus brother. This team versus Brazil in 2002. Are you all right? Are you all right?
What's the point in that? That's dead.
Because no one from this team gets into Brazil's 2002 team. Absolutely.
No one. I think that my idea makes sense. 98 versus 2002. 2018. Like the World Cup winners versus the other World Cup winners. Who's better? Players-wise.
Yeah, that's a good debate.
That makes sense.
I got 3 super chats left, people, and we're going to wrap it up there. DJ adds, as usual, Big Steve, most sensible, but big up Matisse on being way ahead of time and seeing the incredible tactical mind of Tuchel. Aryan super chats again says, real stat, by the way, from minute 65 until Argentina equalized in the 85th minute, England completed 2 passes as a team. They did not have the ball, and I believe off the top of my head, those passes were Stones to Pickford, Pickford to Stones. If I'm not mistaken. Tony with the last one. England scored the goal against the run of play. They were playing better from the start of the second half. Yep, I agree with that. And on that note, that is that, people. It was the big 6. Started at the big 5, went back to the big 6. Now it's the big 4 or 3.5, because the screen's on.
3.5.
Nobody's home. And I'm sure he's just upstairs making dinner or something. But we move. Like, subscribe. Mob Sunday, SAEED in the building, GRIZZ in the building.
Come
The
on.
Big Six will be there. Steve, unfortunately, can't make it this Sunday, but it is what it is, people. Make sure you're there. We'll have a special guest on board to replace. So Sunday, Mob. We're not doing a Mob for the bronze match, the third place playoff, whatever you want to call it. Just because, what's the point? And on that note, that's it. I think we can wrap it up here, yeah?
Yeah. Come on.
Cool.
Big up
Oh,
the
sorry.
people.
That's what I meant earlier. This team versus 2002 and earlier. Yeah, brother, it's not happening. This team, France versus 98 France. Obviously, 98 is going to win, and Brazil against 02. Obviously, 02 is going to win, and the majority of the squad is going to remain the same. We can't compare losers to winners. It's not really, and loser sounds harsh, but you know what I mean. Anyway, people, love for the love. Like, hype, subscribe. Individual channel links, they are in the description below. We are back for the main show on Monday, but obviously Mob Sunday. See you there. Love.